I'm so glad you could be here. You and the boys and... well...
I'm sorry, Widow Liebner. I know Harry clearly stated in his will that Duckman be kept at least 20 miles from his funeral, but he has a nose for free food. Where'd he go now?
He said something about making a contribution in Harry's memory.
This kind of smells like the John. Ow! Where's that damn light switch? It's dark in here. Whoop! Sorry, fella. Touch you there again, I'll have to charge you.
It's about time, you plume plowhead. Where the hell have you been?
Bernice, funerals are a deeply personal experience. I prefer to mourn in my own way, which apparently includes knocking myself unconscious, funneling a barrel full of embalming fluid down my throat, then having an overweight woman in a janitor's outfit smear my face with rouge and eyeliner. Hey, I mourn the same way I celebrate my birthday. Oh, right. Excuse me, ma'am, this must be very difficult, but nobody will ever forget your husband, Curly? Greasy? Bob? Moose? Red? Place for hat? Way up high on top? Hand touching the things that stick up out of your head? Lots of thin sort of follicle things bunched up, or maybe like sometimes in a ponytail or a bun or something?
Harry!
Doesn't ring a bell.
This is his funeral. Will you say something nice?
Okay. Oh, I know. Mrs. Liebner, your husband was an honorable man who always put his family first. Why, it was out of consideration for you that he concealed his rampant homosexuality. In fact, the last thing he said to me was, Duckman, don't tell my wife.
Oh! Duckman!
What? It's true. He was protecting you. He was afraid you'd think you drove him to it, but you didn't. He said he stopped caring about you 20 years before he even slept with a man.
There, it's all right. You can take some comfort knowing that Duckman will someday be nailed in a box and buried 6 feet under the ground, too. Tonight, maybe, after he falls asleep.
Well, it's getting a bit late. If someone else would like to say something while we wait for our beloved corn-fed.
Widow Liebner, in a moment as profoundly sad as the passing of a life, a reflection on the gifts that life gave us is often the only refuge. Our time here is forever finite, and as such should be measured not by its length, but by its quality alone. Though your years together may seem but a flicker now that the flame has been doused, remember always how brightly they burned, and let that memory keep you warm. Sometimes at night, I grow a second head under my left armpit. It's all about giving them what they want, isn't it?
Pant, wheeze, deep breath. Pardon my tardiness, ladies and gentlemen. I've been vomiting violently all morning. My septum is severely deviated, and I've already passed 4 very large kidney stones. Also, I've got a bitch of an ice cream headache. Well, I'm sure if Harry could see how many of you came out on this solemn occasion, the first thing he'd say would be, honey, horn dog, but bongo ribbed and lubricated for that feel of real. I'm sorry, that was highly inappropriate. Loin King, Rear Admiral, squeal like a pig. So, we are here in Harry Liebner's honor. Offer. Yeehaw, yeehaw! To share our memories. Memories. Great big swollen memories. Meat melons, rib balloons, potent pigs from the past for 100, Alex!
The old softy does have a way with sentiment.
And during all of this, let us not forget the widow Liebner. Homina, hawa. I'm a super freak, super freaky. Ow. I'm sorry. Forgive me, all of you. Something's happened, something I can't explain. But don't worry, I won't ever embarrass you like that again.
He's in some kind of trouble, Dad. I'm sure he could use a friend to help him through whatever's wrong.
Yeah, hope he runs into one. So, who are we gonna get to do that eulogy now?
Pardon me. During Cornfed St. Vitus-like convulsions, this note fell out of his pocket.
Things to do. Pay the paper boy, pick up a gallon of milk, die in 24 hours from a congenital disease.
Oh, my Lord! Cornfed! Tell me it isn't so! He actually pays his paperboy?
Duckman! This says Cornfed's going to die!
Die? That would mean another funeral, and more eulogies, and spending another weekend afternoon with our neighbors. I've got to do something! Don't worry. I'll channel all of my vast detective skills into tracking Cornfed down and saving his life. Can doors lead outside? Corny dying. I had to find him, talk to him, but he disappeared. I checked his usual hangouts. Well, okay, I have no idea where he hangs out, so I went to my usual hangouts. But no Corny. So I tried the one place a man can go when he wants to be alone. I've been looking everywhere, Corny. Tell me it isn't true. You don't really have only 24 hours to live, do you?
Actually, it's 15 hours now.
Oh, sorry. You know, once that chia pet sprouts, you just can't take your eyes off it. So what is it? What's wrong?
I feel rather awkward talking about it. Here, watch this explanatory documentary made possible by a grant from the Chubb Corporation and viewers like you.
(1863). Vicksburg, Chattanooga, Gettysburg. Through the worst rebel fire, General Travers Dodd Cornfed leads the Union to victory after victory. After the war, he distinguishes himself in a variety of fields.
But on this day, my fellow Americans,
Then in 1875, while helping longtime companion Melville Dewey organize his bookshelves, a special delivery letter arrives.
I seek a favor, old friend. Relations with the savage tribes of Massapequa are at an impasse, and we are sorely in need of the whalebone mines they control. Our corset industry depends on you, Cornfed. Love to Melville. President Ulysses S. Grant, White House, Washington, D.C. Email president@anachronism.com.
Dear Melville, I'm writing you this letter, even though you're standing behind me reading over my shoulder. My country needs me. Please look after my estranged wife and my young sons, and tell them of my excitement on departing for the wilds of Massapequa. I know that an unforgettable adventure awaits me there.
But it is not to be. While welcoming Cornfed, the tribal elder says, "This is my only daughter. Isn't she beautiful?" But Cornfed speaks only a little Massapequan and translates it as, "I would consider it a great honor if you would make loud donkey sounds, then pretend to vomit at my feet." The results are disastrous.
The elder became enraged and fed him an odd Massapequan berry, which actually altered Cornfed's genetic structure. Witnesses said he became like a man possessed, crazed with lust. 24 hours later, he was dead. Oddly, years later, the same affliction struck his son, Atticus Cornfed, when he turned 26. Somehow, the Massapequans were able to affect the DNA of not just Travers Cornfed himself, but the entire Cornfed line. How? You'd have to ask either a doctor or someone who plays one on TV.
We in television medicine know very little about the medical impact of Massapequan berries. There have been experiments, most notably by Chad Everett and James Brolin, but with no definitive results.
And so, from inventor and adventurer Travers Dodd Cornfed to private detective and former rust remover Willibald Fievel Cornfed, all males in the Cornfed family carry a genetic flaw corrected only by the release of various chemicals during the sex act. At a certain age, a corn-fed male will be set upon by strange spells and seizures. And from the moment they start, he has 24 hours to lose his virginity or die.
Willibald Fievel? Willibald Fievel! I didn't even think Willa knew Fievel.
Remember the dying part?
Oh, yeah. Well, truth is, I was kind of tuned out on that part. Word E. If that's the kind of thing smart people watch, I'm glad I'm, what are not smart people called?
I have a genetic problem. I only have 15 hours to lose my virginity, or I'll die. Yee! Masticate my hot monkey pogo!
Okay. But you must have known about this, thing.
No. This kind of problem's a little awkward for Dad to talk about, too. So I had to wait until yesterday when he finished making the tape. You know how that goes. Casting decisions, rewrites, this location, that location.
Hey, you want it now, you want it good.
Exactly.
You can't beat the production values.
Got it all up on screen, didn't he?
Anyway, I don't get it. All the women you've known and you've never had sex? Fed the meter? Shellacked the furniture? Jellied the donut? Booted the hard drive? Sent the pink Mustang to Lube Masters for a tune-up? Knick-knack Patty's whack? Gave Miss Pac-Man something to munch? Gassed a secret ballad for Goo Master General? Studied spurtography?
Point made. And no, I don't base my relationships with women on sex.
What else is there?
Common interests, intellect, a shared humor.
Well, pick of my heart, if it's sex you need, it's sex you shall have.
I'm flattered, but tradition says it has to be with a woman. Unless that's not what you meant.
No. Of course that's not what I meant. Don't be ridiculous. Always start with the workout freaks, Corny. Nothing like a woman who keeps the playground neat, if you know what I'm saying. And need I even mention breath control? Now go and do it just like I told you.
You're buff, work out a lot. Nutrition's important. Care to chow down on my meat and 2 vegetables?
Yep, definite Lisbo. If you're nauseous, don't worry. It goes away after a few more times around. Culture chicks spend a lot of time talking about passionate solos and crap like that. Plus, seeing all those nude statues and paintings makes them horny. Just give it a line.
If you let me bow your Stradivarius, I'll let you finger my oboe.
We need women who never meet desirable men. That's why we're here. If you can't score at a Star Trek convention, you might as well be dead.
Hi, my name's Cornfed. I was wondering if you might like to join me for a cup of coffee.
I'd love to. I was beginning to wonder if there was anyone in here I could talk to.
Jump my bones, McCoy! Let's say we unplug our devices, you check out my captain's log, and I'll make sure your photon torpedoes are fully armed. It's so typical of women. When you weren't looking for it, when you didn't care, they swarmed all over you. But needed just a little, and they smell your desperation a mile away.
Yeah, that was the reason. Look, there's a half an hour left. Maybe we could still...
Quiet! It's over! It's bad enough I'm losing my best friend. Do you have to taunt me with false hope?
Sorry, I was being selfish.
Well, Duckman, being you would make me cry too. But that doesn't explain Cornfed. Unless he really is going to.
It's true, Bernice. Cornfed is one of those Massapequan berry-induced genetic reconfigurations. If he doesn't lose his virginity in the next half hour, he'll die. We've tried everything. We looked everywhere. I swear the only woman in the city we didn't come on to is you. Ah, the agony of it all. Willibald Fievel, we hardly knew ye. How can I go on without you? Walking into that office every day, seeing the place where your desk was, but which will now be filled with that pool table I've had my eye on. Though I've beaten and I've flayed you, like sands through the hourglass, so were the days of your life. As it says in Matthew 4:16, nay, though the Sibboleth doth begat, that the serpent be taken unto thine own breast. I don't know what it means, but I can always remember it because of the word breast. And though the memory of your charming rendition of Seasons in the Sun in Latin will forever linger.
Cornfed.
Oh, Cornfed is right. My friend, my compadre, you will be missed.
If music be the food of love, play on. Give me excess of it, that surfeiting the appetite may sicken, so die.
My appetite already died when I realized you went spelunking in the Forbidden Cave. And will you please knock it off? Look, I understand. Big decisions are never easy. But you really chose her over death?
This sculpture is just the beginning. I've also decided to petition the Vatican for her sainthood and change my name to Cornice.
Isn't it beautiful, Mr. Duckman? If more people were expressing themselves as openly as Mr. Cornice, this would be a much happier world.
Well, I don't know about expressing, but I'm a big fan of espresso. So, where were we? Ah, right, the battle axe you're in love with.
Duckman! The post office delivered your hate mail to the house again.
Anything worth looking at?
No, just the usual death threats, letter bombs, and human feces.
You always make it sound worse than it is. How do you know it's human feces?
Hi, Corny.
Swoon. Down I go.
Cornfed, I hope you didn't misunderstand what last night was about. I still want us to be friends.
Friends? Friends? But I want you to marry me.
Marry you?
Cornfed, I can't marry you.
There are obstacles, sure. You're a duck, I'm a pig, there'll be talk, slurs.
No, Cornfed, I can't marry you because I don't love you.
So, pot roast tonight?
You peg-legged puke meister, we've got to go after him before he does something horrible.
He just proposed to you. I'm thinking horrible is behind him.
You go first, I'll catch up.
Damn police clowns.
Scoff if you like, Duck, but these clowns and their delightful antics have saved many a life. Pig on the cliff! Watch this!
Okay, the clowns are good, but I still don't want to live if I can't have my love.
I gotta go up there, even if it means putting myself in grave personal danger. What, all of a sudden I'm supposed to mean what I say? Sorry, I guess I didn't need the bullhorn. Listen to me, Corny. I'm more than just your partner. I'm someone who owes you money. And instead of that money, I'm gonna give you some priceless advice. Don't throw your life away for that walking hefty bag.
You've insulted the woman I love. In the centuries-old tradition of my family, I challenge you to a duel to the death.
You never mentioned that tradition before.
Dad's making another tape. Why?
Geez. Why? Oh boy, that's a stumper. I thought I had a reason, then whoosh, right on my head. Wait! I got it. Because you're too good for that, Cornfed. You're the only genuinely good human being I've ever met. That's why I admire you so much.
Admire, but not love.
Corny, wait! You can't do this! You can't jump! There's another reason you have to stay alive.
What?
Me. I'm no good without you, Corny. I'd be lost if you weren't there. You're honest and brave and wise. And I'm just, well, maybe two of those. Corny, I've never really told you this before. I've never said this to anyone before, but I need you.
Corny, you'll meet the right woman someday, and I know you'll make her very happy.
It's okay. I'll be all right. If you call a dead soul condemned to swim in a sea of bitter tears for the rest of his days, all right.
Why, it's Penthouse Magazine publisher Bob Guccione.
Hello, Cornfed. I heard what you said. You know, sexual issues are more complex today than ever before. That's why it's crucial for young people like yourself not to enter into any sexual relationship without first building a foundation of mutual love and respect. Remember, The most sensual parts of the body are the mind and the heart.
You're right, Mr. Guccione.
And Duckman, I hope you've seen the lonely, empty existence that a life of loveless debauchery can lead to.
I certainly have, Mr. Guccione.
Then my work here is done. Now I must return to my empire of sensual delights, tantalizing eroticism, and the world's most desirable women.
Take me with you, please.
Whenever you need me, I'll be right here. Remember, the only safe sex is abstinence. Or fantasy. If you must have sex, wear a latex condom. Which reminds me, this month in Omni, Condoms That Think. Science fiction or science fact. On newsstands now.
Wow, that sure was nice of Mr. Guccione to come by.
He's everywhere he's needed, Duckman. And in your own perverse, inept, venal, and corrupt way. So are you.
Willibald Fievel?
Condoms That Think.
Hey! If I wanted to get spit on, I'd go back to summer camp.
Sorry, Dad. We were just practicing for our annual tuba recital.
You know, the one you promised to attend.
I did.
Don't worry, Dad. We didn't expect you to break your streak and make this year's recital either.
Though you will be missing our moving salute to dead rock stars whose first names begin with J.
But rather than spend one more crucial juncture in her life mired in disappointment, we've decided to select and invite a brand new father figure who won't let us down.
Warning, red alert, red alert. Must deal with immediately. Children dangerously close to forever replacing you with surrogate father due to insensitivity, neglect, and selfishly putting your own needs before theirs. Yep, 3 o'clock. Late for my groin wax. Wait a minute. What kind of a father am I?
Is that a trick question?
Boys, I'm gonna go to this recital Friday if it's the last thing I do. Rest assured, I'm clearing my calendar of everything that day just to make room for you.
Word to the wise, boys! When it comes to delivering on promises, Duckman's dependability rating is just below Scud Missile. Ta-da!
Feeling a tad nippy.
Dad!
Hey, Jax, why the long face?
I understand it has something to do with the flagrant misuse of forceps during my birth. By the way, Dad, I think I may have done a no-no just now.
Hey, Jax, how many times have I told you? The toilet is on the left, the laundry hamper is on the right.
Oh, 2 no-nos. Actually, it seems that while trying to set the alarm on my clock radio, I may have ripped a hole in the time-space continuum.
Ajax, what are you saying?
That through a freak accident, I supercharged the atoms of a condensed space, separating the positive and negative ions, creating a portal in time through which anyone who ever lived or ever will live could enter our world.
Uh-huh. And who told you that?
That nice man from the future in my bedroom.
Yeah. Well, just clean up those ions and atoms as best you can, will you, son?
A-okay, Dad.
And as for you boys replacing your dear old dad with someone else because of my past failures as a father, I want you to know this is the dawning of a new Duckman. A Duckman who will be there front and center Friday, cheering you on as you play your pickle up.
Tuba.
Tuba, for I am nothing if not totally devoted to my sons, Charles and Uma.
Mambo.
Mambo and Uma.
Charles and Mambo.
Charles and Mambo. Of course, Uma's my firstborn. Well, then which one's Oprah?
You mean Ajax?
Oh, damn, right. Let's take it from the top. You're,
Charles.
Charles. And you're... I say, old chap, what in the blue blazes are you blinking at? You, Mr. Goodbar. What are you, some kind of pervert who gets his kicks breaking into people's bedrooms and fantasizing what you'd do to them if they were Lauren Holly? I used to be. Yeah, it is fun. Oh, dear me. There's something frightfully familiar about you. Yeah, you too. You're me! I don't understand. It's impossible. Unless something Ajax said earlier.
I may have ripped a hole in the time-space continuum.
No, something else.
A-okay, Todd.
That's it. Well, what could it mean? Well, whatever I'm doing here, it is quaint to revisit what I fondly refer to as my blows chunks period. Of course, this was all before Charles and Mambo's tuba recital. Recital? You see, this season of my life calls to mind the two most dreaded words a man can hear. Breast reductions? I'm referring to child alienation. My fatherhood skills, that is to say, yours, were, shall we say, sorely lacking. Until I pledged to become a better parent, starting with attending their recital. It was there I happened to sit by and chat up a software designer who was developing an interactive game featuring a wisecracking single-father duck detective. We became partners, I became rich, and was able to afford lessons in this pretentious diction. The rest is, well, future history. What a dream! Now, that's what I get for listening to Ajax. Still, there was a moral there. Something worth heeding. But if I go to sleep real fast, I won't have to learn it. Ha-ha! You missed!
Forgot the ads.
And what's this? Friday, 8 p.m., the grand opening of The Grand Opening, offering the sleaziest in adult videos. Just in, just in. Coming soon, coming soon. Well, I guess I know where I'll be Friday night at 8. Yes! Who the hell are you and what is that disgusting smell? I was gonna ask you the same thing. Wait a minute, I'm awake now. That means me being rich wasn't a dream. That means Ajax really did open a hole in time and space. That means you're from the future, too. You're me, aren't you? I hope not. You're ugly. But last night I was the upper crust. Now I'm just the crust. What happened? I got the answers. I barely know what I'm going to soil myself next. At least one thing's still the same. Oh, now I remember. It's when I decided not to go to Charles and Mambo's recital. I was on the way to a new video store opening. I rear-ended some pointy-head software designer, and he sued me for everything I had. As if he needed my collection of bound and gagged Ken dolls. This is incredible. As long as this time-space tear stays open, I can see the future. I already know if I go to this recital, I'll be rich. Now I can avoid all the wrong stuff and do all the right stuff. I can become the most powerful person who ever lived. I can truly be the master of my fate, the captain of my destiny. I can know what happens on Melrose Place next week. Yahoo! Waiter, more dead animal.
Of course, monsieur. And more $1,000 an ounce free-range sun-dried caviar as well?
Tell me, does it come by the bucket?
But of course.
Then hop to it, Frenchie. I'm gonna develop a taste for this crap yet.
Ah, merci, Mademoiselle Mandeltort.
Please, call me Estelle.
Not that I care when they arrest you, but aren't you the least bit worried about using stolen credit cards?
Hey, I plan to pay him off. And if Estelle doesn't like it, tough titmice. I'll be able to afford more lawyers than she has chin hairs.
So, exactly when do we make the transition from semi-honest poverty line proletariats to selfish, indolent millionaires?
Right after your recital Friday.
Let me guess. You'll be out in the parking lot selling the parents' cars to chop shops.
Scoff away, ye of little faith. I plan to be in attendance, firmly kick any replacement parental figure out of my seat, and be the father you never had. One who can afford to buy your love. Well, I'm off to the little duck's room. Best thing about an expensive meal, it feels as good going out as it does coming in. Yeah, there's never enough paper. Oh, no! Now you're a hardened criminal? What of it, pencil neck? Great, I'm about to kick my own butt. Who the hell are you, wise guy? Well, you see, it's kind of hard to explain, but I'm you. Oh, space-time continuum thing. Wait, that means you're the reason I'm a con. It wasn't enough to make all the money off of the software, was it? You had to do all them bogus write-offs that tipped off the IRS and got me the triple life sentence that turned me into the subhuman piece of soulless prison scum I am today. Nice pecs, though. Okay, I won't do it, I swear. I won't write off a single cockfighter's entertainment. You'd better not. And while I'm here, one other hot tip for you. Tomorrow, some broad in pink's gonna offer to give it up for free. Don't do it. 40 seconds of fun ain't worth no lifetime of ointment. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, I lasted 40 seconds. I understand. And don't try pulling. Whoa! This mastering my fate business isn't as easy as I thought. Well, at least I'm ready for one thing. Say no to the 40 seconds of fun. Rhonda, up all night, sheer?
I was walking past your house when I heard those mellifluous sounds wafting from your window.
Grandmama?
When I hear that, my breasts go pa, and I'm consumed with an overwhelming compulsion to make hot, sweaty love to the owner of the house.
I was smart to buy.
Take me, Duckman! Oh, take me now!
I've been expecting you. Just goes to show, a man in control of his destiny can do anything.
Hi, lap dances to go. You're the lucky recipient of a free session since it's already paid for and I can't find the right address.
You mean you're the... He said pink dress? Rhonda, come back! I'll wear lederhosen!
That's gotta hurt.
I don't get it. The future me's are telling me what to do, and I still get it wrong. What horrible future caused you? Oh. Gotta get a hold of myself. And not the usual way I get a hold of myself. Wait. If I plan all my moves and their ramifications, then I can't go wrong, right? Let's see. Recital equals wealthy. Carry the 1. Charles Mambo happy. Subtract the surrogate. Divided by video store opening. Factor IRS makes me girlfriend in prison. Multiply future kids. Exploding bathroom with transvestite. I can't go on. Too many choices. Go to the recital. Don't go to the recital. Suddenly it's the biggest decision of my life. Too much pressure. Too much at stake. Every move I make. Every breath I take. I got a gang o' doppels to answer to. My future, my family's future is hanging in the balance. Too frightening. Best just not to do anything. Then nothing will happen. Just sit here, as if paralyzed. Under no circumstances, move, for any reason. I have an itch on my forehead.
Still stiff as a board, huh? First time a woman said that about you in years.
Oof.
Swallow your food, Ajax, then ask the question. No, your father didn't leave the chair for 3 hours today on his own. I took him to Hempel's department store and rented him out as a mannequin. He'd still be there if it weren't for those bratty kids. I spent half the afternoon belt-sanding gum off his butt.
Our new father figure is here. It's time to go.
Everyone, meet Gunnar John Skovestok, Norwegian physicist and part-time lifeguard at the Culver City Municipal Pool.
Oh, my. Resuscitate me. Tee-hee.
Gunnar, this is our Aunt Bernice. This is Ajax. And the lump in the chair's our father.
Ah, the Duckman. The boys go on about you. Is it true that you actually believe there's a rip in the time-space continuum and visits from future incarnations of yourself have left you in a state of hyper-paranoid paralysis?
No! Well, yeah. Ah! I talked!
You were right. He is an idiot.
Yeah, hard to imagine why we'd ever need a surrogate.
Duckman, you feathered fool! What you're suggesting is physically impossible! Shall we go, new family? And tell me more stories about him. I haven't been this amused since pushing the last father I replaced into a fjord!
I gotta go to that recital. What if that makes something terrible happen? Then again, if I don't go, that could make something terrible happen. It isn't fair. I have to decide between two equally frightening options. If I wanted to do that, I'd vote. Shut up! Ah! And sit down! You just added 10 years to my sentence. Sitting, of course, having its downside as well. Tell me something. Why does red wine come out yellow when you puke? Back! Every move I make changes what I am in the future. I can't sit. I can't stand. Maybe if I go to another room. I'll go to the kitchen. Nice choice, Sparky. Ah! Maybe the bedroom. Ah! The hall. I'll just stand in the hall. Excellent. This is the inspiration for my most beloved poem, Ode to a Hall, which upon publication led to a life of fabulous refinement and great taste. So, the hall is good. Who knows? You could misinterpret the inspiration and end up a deranged psychopath on an 8-state chop spree. An insatiable machine. Always more killing, more killing, more killing! I'm quite sure you'll end up with a life of great taste. More killing! Great taste. More killing! Great taste.
Turns out they were both wrong. Hold still, you moron!
Kill me, please. That's it. I'm getting out. I gotta get out of this house. I'd rather you didn't. I can't stand it. I can't live with this kind of pressure. I'm calling an institution. I want to be locked in a padded room where I can't change anything. Put down that phone. The woman you'll be marrying's about to call. Don't pick it up. She's trying to murder me. Nothing's happening. Finally. That one didn't change me. Mm-hmm. Think again, girlfriend. Please! You have to stop! I can't keep having different me's popping in and out of my house.
Perhaps I'll be a refreshing change of pace. James Madison. I took advantage of your continuum rip to clear up a few things about the Constitution. Freedom of speech is absolute and applies to everything and everyone, no exceptions. And Joe Average does not have a constitutional right to own a gun, for God's sake. We're not stupid.
Gesundheit. I'm you 3 seconds from now. I don't care who you are. I want you out of my house. Crucial one. No, that's not too much to ask. All I want to know is whether I should go to the recital or not. Is that too much to ask? Stop doing that! Stop doing that! Why are you repeating what I say? He's from 2 seconds behind you. I'm from 12 seconds ahead. You're what? You're what? Stop that! Stop that! Will you please? Will you please? Stop repeating! Stop repeating! What I say! What I say! Ah! Oh, my my ears. Is it good? This couldn't get more annoying! Tell the other one to stop answering before I say anything. Sorry. Oh, my ears. I'm not from any particular time. I'm speaks unnaturally loud Duckman. Where I come from, everyone talks like this. Oh, my ears. Oh, my ears. You want to keep it down? I got a splitting headache. I can't stand it. Just tell me if I should go to the recital. Go to the recital. Don't go to the recital. Go. Don't go. Go. Don't go. Go. Don't go. Go. Wow. I'm really here. This is my future. You're me. Who are you? I'm you, 18 years ago. I was about to get married when I suddenly found myself here. So I guess you know my future, right? I mean, how often do you get a chance like this? There are some things I gotta know. For instance, my marriage. Am I doing the right thing marrying Beatrice? Do we grow old together? You're gonna love her until the day you die. Maybe I don't need to know any more than that. All right, all you me's, get in here now. I don't care if you know what I'm gonna say or if you disagree with me or if you think I'm making a mistake or what. I'm gonna talk and you're all gonna listen. I just realized that the best thing about life is that we don't know how it's gonna turn out. Being surprised is all we have to hold our interest. And as far as I can tell, your life ends when you start trying to control your fate. I don't want to know how every move I make affects my future. I'm just gonna do what I think is right and hope everything turns out for the best. I'm making my own decisions from now on. And I'm gonna start with this one. No! I know for a fact your insurance won't cover this!
Say, handsome, there's someone out in the lobby who needs to speak to you. He says it's urgent.
Very well.
Oh, my. You suppose he'd be interested in any other kind of surrogate work? Oh.
Now, what's so important?
Don't worry, it's physically impossible.
Sit down, stand up.
Open the door.
Don't open the door. Drop your head.
Hey, naysayers.
Well, inspect my butt for flying monkeys. You actually showed up.
Dodd, I've been holding my breath.
Well, I'm here now.
What does that have to do with me holding my breath?
Duckman, do the twins know you're here?
Yep, I caught them right before they went on stage. I told them the only father they'll be having now or any time in the future is me. I finally learned that analyzing every move you make for its possible effect on the future is an insane and empty exercise. For example, I chose to sit here, in this chair, but I could just as easily have sat in that chair. Makes no difference at all. I'll just... The two most dreaded words a man can hear. Home at last. Worn down and weary after a hard day's work. But a remedy awaits, for tonight is my night to pamper myself. And I don't mean the diapers, which are penciled in for Wednesday. A night made in heaven, and who deserves it more than I? Toiling tirelessly yet another day in order to provide food and clothing for my family. All right, clothing.
Bye, Dad. Though we're only 10 years old, we're going out to find a job because we haven't had pants that fit us in 3 years.
All right, neither. I hate that. I walk around minding my own business, talking to myself, and suddenly everything I say becomes a setup for some perfectly timed joke at my expense.
Unfortunately, I didn't hear you, or I would have made a joke at your expense.
See?
Duckman, I've got a job for you to do.
Unless it involves you, flammable pajamas, and a wayward pilot light, I have other plans. Tonight, the Chateau Duckman is my castle, and I am king.
You mean Rodney King? Or Don King? Oop, I have to go to the gym. Maybe when I get back, we can do Larry, Perry, and Coretta Scott.
Go quickly and go far, oh nagging spawn of Satan. In the meantime, will find solace in the intellectual challenge that is cable TV. Wow, he fishes while he talks.
My bus driver wanted to make sure I got home. Dodd, given that Aunt Bernice doesn't have the time lately to ask me to repeat what I said after her blank look, and given that the twins are each lucky enough to have a second head to converse with, I was thinking perhaps I could talk to you.
That's fine, son. It's good to have a dream.
But Dodd, I think this might be that time in an adolescent's development when he needs to, you know, discuss things with his father.
Are you trying to tell me this is the Big P?
I thought we had that penciled in for Wednesday.
Puberty, Ajax. Are you getting bigger pimples? Sporting a little peach fuzz on the bill? Feeling repulsed by your own scrawny appearance? Mercilessly laughed at by girls despite a deepening desire to be close to them? Suddenly aware of a fire in your loins engulfing you in a living inferno? Sending you off behind a closed door for up to 3 to 4 weeks at a time?
No.
Oh, me neither. So, we've bonded, I've grown. Now, don't you have some earwax to sculpt or something?
If you're not in the mood to talk, we could just watch TV together.
The Father-Son Hour.
Quality time with your teenage son.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Every son needs a father.
Nope.
Naked women giving Vegas odds.
Woohoo! And will you take a look at the spread? Ajax, I feel it's my duty as a responsible parent to make you leave the house tonight. Here's $1.50. If you're buying beer, you'll have to panhandle for the rest.
Okay, Todd. I'll wander the streets, picking up my morals, values, and core beliefs from the people of the night. Then come back when I'm fully formed and beyond your influence.
Good boy. Oh, wait, I can help. Remember that movie where the dad learns he's dying from a fatal disease, so he makes a tape telling his child everything he thinks it's important to know? Well, I have one for you.
Are you dying from a fatal disease?
Nah, I just knew I'd be watching a lot of TV.
I wasn't asking a lot. It's just that as I grow, I find myself experiencing changes. Granted, less extreme ones than I felt after swallowing the Drano, but changes I'd like to discuss with someone. Oh!
Howdy, I'm Tommy Lee Grebsnig, and this here's Billy Saw Mobbinrib. We're inferior beings from the planet Betamax. We come looking for the wisest man on Earth so's he can bring progress to our real pearly but backward and full of stupid people planet. Might antisocial. Nice body, though.
Greetings, furrowed fellows. What planet are you from?
You hear that, Billy Saw? He knows we're from somewheres else. Wee doggies, Tommy Lee. He must be the wise one.
Actually, my name is Ajax, not to be confused with the man on TV who fixes bicycles. But you probably wouldn't, because his name is Bill.
Whoosh! Went right over my head. I'm Tommy Lee, and this here's Billy Saul. We got the same voice on account of all us beings from Betamax never had an original thought in our heads, so we copy everything we can. That, plus thousands of years of sleeping with our relatives.
Well, there's nothing like a close family.
A profundity. Ooh-wee! He's the one, Billy Saul. Somehow we gotta trick him into getting on board our ship. You ever seen the inside of a spaceship?
No.
Want to?
Okay.
Bro claims not to know it was a gay bar.
Shut up, you old whore! Ajax brand Euro coffee. AJAX. Ajax!
That explains why there's no puddles of drool next to the dog's bowl. Ajax is missing! Boys, check the house and the yard. Listen up, Daffy Duh. I don't know what's happened to Ajax, but I've got a feeling you're responsible.
I've never been the least bit responsible, and you know it. Besides, he could be lots of places.
He's not here. But don't worry, Dad. There's no reason to believe that Ajax won't safely lumber into the open arms of home, hearth, and family.
Unless, of course, he was callously and selfishly rejected by you, sending him into the open arms of white slavers, the Alpha Tau, or people who appreciate the photographs of Robert Mapplethorpe.
Hey, cats and kittens.
Corny, what have I done?
Compared to Mozart, not a hell of a lot.
I can't take the guilt.
For posing as a blind shower repairman at the girls' lacrosse finals, for using your great-aunt's ashes for carpet deodorizer, for getting change for your Monopoly money from a UNICEF box.
What are you, my biographer? All right, look, everyone, he hasn't been gone that long. How bad a situation could he have really gotten into?
I told you we should have got insurance when we rented this. Hot dog, Ajax. Welcome to the planet Betamax.
You dropped a 5-credit note. Why, so I have. Let me repay you for your loss. Do you have change for a 10? I don't, but take a 20. Thank you. Don't mention it.
Billy Saul, Tommy Lee, what y'all think you're doing?
We don't think nothing. We're just doing whatever Ajax does. Ernest T., this is Ajax. Ajax, Ernest T. Glob. Ernest T. here sounds a little bit different from everyone else, so we made him deputy.
It's me, the deputy.
Ajax is the one we've been looking for. He's kind and gentle and wise. And he can sing.
We're looking for a clue that could lead us to him. Anything you don't ordinarily see in Ajax's room. Duckman. Duckman.
I found these disgusting things in Ajax's closet. Why didn't I teach him to just say no to this garbage?
This is Ajax's room. That stuff is from your closet.
Oh. Hey, I didn't know he could sculpt clay.
Not clay, cheese. Each sculpture corresponds to the cheese used. For example, this goat is made from goat cheese. This map of Switzerland is made from Swiss cheese.
What's his head made out of? Ugh.
My money for college. I didn't know Ajax wanted to go to college.
I didn't know he could spell college.
Well, actually.
Look at college with 2 L's.
It's only later that the 6 Qs sneak up on you.
No money inside, just papers. I owe me $28, Dad's racetrack night. I owe me $16, Dad's bondage, bowling night. Oh, there's dozens of these.
Apparently, Ajax has been sneaking money into your wallet.
This has got to be $300-400, every allowance he ever got. Doesn't he spend any money to make himself happy?
This probably did make him happy. Well, there's a couple of leads here we can follow. With the whole family helping, we can cover a lot of ground before dark. Think we missed anything?
Just my son's whole life.
We all got your general store. You got your traffic light. You got your scaly flying glibneasers that drop your oogla everywhere.
Interesting tour, Ernest T. Though I'm sure the ability to comprehend and recall would have greatly enhanced my enjoyment.
So tell us about your planet. What's that like?
Well, let me think. I know that it spins really fast.
Give us the word! Tell us what it's like in paradise!
Get up on that there mount so everybody can see on you.
You all really want to hear what I have to say?
Tell us what it's like! Give us the word! Tell us!
Where to start? Well, always burp the air out of the white bread before you put the twist tie on. And blessed are the pacemakers, though without them we'd inherit things a lot sooner. And cherish the occasions when you don't have to shower, 'cause men's odor is what makes men's men feel like men's men. Men. Wow, it's as if I found a whole new family, one that really wants me around. I think I'll stay.
We're talking spin-off with the animators. There's some feelers from DreamWorks. We're big fans, that kind of thing. You?
Summer tour came through. Odd couple. Felix this time. I wanted to stretch. Dinner theaters mostly, but classy, you know? 2-drink minimum.
I'm doing time and temperature for Southwest Bell.
Aha.
Very nice.
Good gig.
Real challenge.
Okay, kids, we're ready. Speed, nice energy, and action.
We gotta find Ajax, but how are we gonna know where to look?
Of course, I'm not a professional detective. I don't really understand these complex matters, but maybe you should look in the places he usually goes!
Okay, maybe. But I have no idea where he goes. If only there were people who really knew him. People near his age who lived with him. People who were like brothers to him. What? What?
We're his brothers.
Oh, well, aren't we special? We're his brothers. Ooh, look at us. We're so important. We're his brothers. Look, boys, does our little interruption have anything whatsoever to do with the problem we're trying to solve?
You know the drill. Slowly, with as many little words as possible.
We made up a list of his favorite places to go, Dad. They might surprise you.
If indeed you're still surprised by the fact that you know almost nothing at all about the members of your own family.
I'll have you know, Mr. Smarty Pants, that doesn't surprise me one bit. Once again, I emerge with the upper hand. I don't get it, Corny. Why would he come here? There's nothing but art.
Perhaps he was looking to compensate for something he found lacking in his home environment.
You're right. They've got full frontal nudity. Woohoo!
Sad, isn't it? Some kid comes in here every day to look at that statue, walks back and forth so much he's worn down the concrete.
Duckman, I think I've found something that may give us a clue as to what Ajax was looking for.
I'll be right there, Corny. Just seeing what she'd look like with both her breasts.
Duckman, are you sensing a pattern in the places Ajax likes to come?
Yeah, he's not at any of them. It's true. I don't know him, do I, Corny? I've let him grow up without bothering to find out who he is or what he wants. But now, if anything's happened to him, it's my fault. Because of me, he's out on his own, helpless and friendless and alone in a cold, cruel world.
Sometimes at night, if you leave your window open, the fumes from a nearby paint factory can help you get to sleep. By eating tainted food from dented cans, you can simulate the feeling of a gunshot wound to the stomach without actually being fired upon. Dodd says if you give the asbestos inspector enough money, he won't bother you again for a whole year.
You up and mentioned some feller called Dodd. Is that who you learned from?
Dodd? Well, I guess he's the one who's most responsible for making me what I am.
Well, shut my mouth and call me a cab. This Dodd must be one humdinger of a superior creature. Got a picture? Handsome sort, and you're the spitting image, except for the size and the shape and the color and the face and stuff.
He also made me this educational videotape wherein he talks about everything he felt it was important for me to know.
Sweet! Can we watch?
Sure. Do you have VCRs?
Handy, but repairs are a pain in the butt. We're backward, but we got our priorities. Listen up, everybody. It's Dodd, the varmint who's so wise, he taught Ajax everything he knows. Whoa! My advice is to write it all down. These are going to be words to live by.
What the hell are you staring at?
And so it was that Dodd's wisdom was visited upon our world. He spoke to us of a new way of living, a new way of behaving toward one another. His way.
Remember, cheeks red, cleavage scrunched.
Dodd blessed Betavax. We'll do it in the name of Dodd. And Dodd said unto us, if someone beat us the crap out of you, then you beat us the crap out of him.
I do love it here, but if all I'm going to see is mobs and guns and explosives, I might as well be back at school.
You remember how this dang thing works?
I believe that button takes us straight up.
Truly, he was the son of Dodd.
Nice shot, Timmy. This duck hole is a hard one.
I'm at a loss. What possible connection can there be between a family beach, a statue of a family playground and amusement park, a family picnic area, a family rec center, a restaurant with a weekly Families Eat Free night, a taping of the game show Family Feud, and a miniature golf course filled with families?
Sorry about that, Ajax.
I forgive you. You didn't know what you were doing. Dodd?
Ajax! I've never been so happy to see anyone in my whole life!
Bail bondsman.
Okay, yeah, but this is good, too. Where'd you go?
Actually, it's quite interesting. I was kidnapped by hillbilly aliens who all have the same voice, then taken to their planet and worshipped as a deity by millions until your videotape caused the entire culture to be enveloped in a downward spiral of violence, greed, and pornography.
I was like one clue away from guessing that.
I think you might have been dreaming, Ajax. You look like you had a nasty hit on the head. Are you okay?
Of course he is. And the important thing is that he's back with us. You being gone has taught me a valuable lesson, Ajax. It's that when a father and a son... when they, the important thing about being... if you... help me out here.
I think you learned that too often we fail to take the time to really get to know those we love the most.
That was okay. Sometimes you do better.
Thanks, Dodd. It means a lot to hear someone else say you meant to say that. I learned a lesson, too. I went searching for a connection to a family who would love me and listen to me, and I found it amongst a planet full of people who felt I was worth more than any of you ever will. But, you know, I'm glad to be back and everything.
Come on, son. Let's go home.
Maybe the whole thing was a dream, Dodd. After all, in real life, can you imagine a whole civilization worshipping a god who created the very world that plagues them? What makes men's men feel like men's men?
Where'd that sleaze magnet Duckman go?
Wild guess.
Uh-oh, looks like it's time to test my new designer mace, Blindness by Calvin Klein.
Oh, baby, feels so good. Pass the butter.
Another new product to try. It's like falling in love all over again.
Duckman, we're supposed to be shopping for Grandmama's surprise birthday party, not getting a prostate massage in front of half the county. Now, where's the $5 you owe for her gift? You never have any money to contribute, duckweed. You're not only a disgrace to the family name, you're a disgrace to detectives. You're not a sleuth, you're a sloth. You see, Ajax, sleuth sounds just like sloth, except for the, Oh, just laugh. We're belittling your father.
I'll ignore these hateful remarks from all of you formerly in my will ingrates and simply prove my investigative ingenuity. Ha! See that guy over there? Oldest scam in the world. He's merely pretending to be blind so he can bleed a couple of pennies out of you gullible Brooklyn Bridge buying types. Work up an appetite. When he flinches, you'll be eating some major crow.
My spine!
Oh, my apologies. It was all my fault.
Oh, my. What have we here? The old fake priest collar / pickpocket scam. Give me my wallet back or you'll be needing last rites.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, really? Then how do you explain this? You were gonna stab me with this, weren't you, you magnificent bastard?
I'll pray for your soul!
What next, Dad? Bust the pontiff for prostitution?
Really, it's such a shame Grandmama's missing an opportunity to see you humiliated. Duckman, where is Grandmama? You left her in the car again, didn't you, you bespectacled toilet brush? Remember the last time you did that? She was frozen in the icy tundra, almost burned in an African village, then buried alive.
Sure, but when else does she get to travel? There's nothing to worry about, Bernice. Last time I saw Grandmama, she was sitting in the car, quietly enjoying her nice decade-long nap.
I don't want to die!
Now listen, and listen good, you fancy-smelling dandy. Place the ice inside the bag and nobody catches any lead. And you, give me that gold tooth. Anyone else want to be a hero? Why, I ought to ventilate the lot of you. Who here wants to get sized for pine pajamas? What? Take a dirt nap? Huh? Die! There's no love of language anymore. Ah, for the love of... No way I'm sailing back up the river. There's gotta be some way out of here. Blech! Mother of mercy, you're the spitting image of me. No wonder my 4 husbands left me. No, wait, it was because I killed them. All right, little sister, out of the car. I said out of the... Wait a second. You're dead. Okay, so you're just vegged out. Still, I ain't taking no chances. There, that did it.
Grandmama better be all right, Duckman, or I'll...
Put your panic on pause, Bernice. There's our car with the birthday girl right at... Oh, no! No! I can't believe it. Somebody peeled off my I Break for Oriola's bumper sticker.
Grandmama, oh, thank heavens you're okay.
Grandmama, you're not a sleuth. You're a sloth. Timing would appear to be everything.
What was all the hoopla about? I told you she was safe and soundless.
It's just that we don't want anything to happen to her.
Grandmama's the nicest, sweetest, gentlest lady in the whole wide world.
Happy birthday, Grandmama. Folks, how about a helping hand in blowing out the candles? Yay! The candles are already out, Mr. Kohler!
Come on, you bunch of stiffs. Let's party hardy. Care to cut a little rug, Grandma? Flash dance!
Duckman!
Now, Bernice. No cutting in.
kill him.
Nice dismount.
Sweet Jesus, this flophouse is loony. Knuckles, it's me, Agnes. Well, I miss you too, but shut your damn pie hole and listen. I'm hiding out at some freak show. You gotta spring me. Tonight! What? What channel? Ah, cripes.
A statewide manhunt is currently in progress for mass-murdering madwoman Agnes Del Rooney. She is believed to be heavy and armed.
Heavily armed. There's no accuracy in the media. None. Ugh. I guess I better lay low here till things cool off. Much as I hate to say it, this dump's my safe haven right now. Don't worry, these saps won't suspect a thing.
Stop fighting me, Grandmama. You're clenching. That's odd. She won't swallow her creamed lentils tonight. Okay, Grandmama. I guess it's time for pokey. I can't seem to find her good vein.
I see one.
At least he didn't stab her in the forehead again. Oh, well, whose turn to do the dishes?
Last one at the table!
Duckman!
Bernini will never look for me here. What the? Bernice! Come see Grandmama!
What? What is it?
Grandmama! She's not comatose at all! She was scarfing down a pork chop!
Duckman, have you been giving your lithium to Ajax again?
But she was eating, I swear!
Oh, whatever you say, Duckman. Maybe it's time for some dishwashing therapy. And remember, spit shine is just an expression.
There's something different about you, Grandmama. Something very odd. Something very strange.
Dad, will you leave Grandmama alone? You've been poking her and prodding her for 3 days now.
Poking and prodding is what a dick does. They just write themselves. To further prove to all of you my deductive abilities, I'm assembling evidence. Or as we in the industry call them,
Clues.
Good. You were listening. Submitted for your approval. Exhibit D4. Grandmama hasn't cut the cheese whiz once in the last 3 days. The air's so clear in here, we can actually see the other side of the room.
I didn't know we had a piano. Maybe something is wrong. Oh! Nice try, dumb shoe. And for your next case, you'll be trying to find your missing brain. Ha!
This case is not closed.
Come on, boys. It's time to give Grandmama her sea kelp and gravel enema.
Knuckles, this place is worse than the hole at Rikers. These loons give me one more boil lancing, bone marrow transplant, or subcranial bore, I'll plug the bunch of them. All right, a few more days. The old bag I replaced? Don't sweat it. I took care of her all right.
Let them laugh, but I say there's more to Grandmama than meets the private eye.
It's been so long since we made the sheets sing. You straddling me, me strangling you.
Aha! Caught ya! Nice try, Grandmama, but I'm cutting in on your little dance of deceit. You see, I've deduced you're not really comatose at all. You've simply been faking it all these years as a means of gaining attention. And while I'll miss those really good parking spaces I get from lugging your heinous hiney around, I cannot allow this charade to continue. Reveal thyself, Grandmama! Tickle, tickle, tickle. Tickle, tickle, tickle. Tickle, tickle.
You don't know who you're messing with, Duckman. I ain't no Grandmama. I'm Agnes Del Rooney, insane killer by day, psychotic murderer by night. I've swallowed tougher guys than you for breakfast and passed them by lunch.
I know it! I'm telling Bernice!
Oh, look at me. I'm shaking. Newsflash, Kilroy. Your family thinks you're a joke. They wouldn't believe you in a million years. Go ahead, call Bernice. I dares you. I double dares you.
Bernice! Bernice!
What is it, Duckman?
It's Grandmama. Actually, it's not Grandmama. It's Agnes. That's her real name. She's an imposter. We gotta throw her in jail and find the real Grandmama. Or maybe we can skip the part about finding the real Grandmama and just throw this one in jail.
You woke me up in the middle of the night for one of your psychobabbles? Look, Dinkerton, I need my sleep. I have a very important Woman Against Potholes meeting in the morning. At least you didn't wake Grandmama up. I don't think.
Wait, you gotta believe me. Agnes walks and talks and slaps. Man, can she slap. Look at these welts. She was just slapping me like this. Ah! Ow! See, it hurts.
See, just like I predicted.
Ow!
Playing head games with you sure works up a thirst. Fix me a highball.
No.
Listen, half-pint, fix me a drink or I'll waste you and your whole idiotic, freaked-out, lousy-smelling family.
That's it. Nobody calls me half-pint.
Duckman, I told you I have to get some sleep.
Uh-oh, you're in big trouble now.
That's it! Ow! This is for strangling my poor comatose mother. And this is for smoking in the house.
I wasn't smoking. It was Agnes.
My mother's name is not Agnes, and she's never smoked a day in her life. I thank you, Grandmama. What? You're not Grandmama. You jerk. Why didn't you say something?
What's all the noise?
Grandmama, you're mobile. We have so much lost time to make up. Want to play a hacky sack? Perhaps we should review the rules.
Someone's in the kitchen with Dinah, strumming on the old banjo. Fee-fi, fiddly-I-ho, fee-fi, fiddly-I-ho. I can't take it anymore.
I don't remember saying stop.
What have you done with the real Grandmama?
If you harmed one hair on her back, I'll...
Quit your belly aching, freak show. Old Smelly Winters is down in the root cellar. Get her if you want.
It looks like she hasn't eaten anything for days. Here, Grandmama, have this cracker.
Listen, panty waist, I don't want you doing anything suspicious. I want you carrying on with your normal daily routine. First, you go to work.
Wait, which is it? Normal daily routine or go to work?
You're going to work and acting as normal-like as possible. Tip off the cops or anybody else, and I'll use your family's kidneys as tea bags.
Good heavens, our lives depend on Duckman!
Must say, family, act normal, like any other day. So far, so good.
Cornbread, did you take a bath?
Why? Is there one missing? I ought to kick your butt.
Oh, hi, Duckman.
Wrong? Who said anything was wrong? Everything's fine. Certainly everything at home is fine. What a strange question to ask. What would possibly make you think something was wrong?
What got into me? Although you have been here 2 seconds and haven't yet perused today's adult entertainment industry trades.
Oh, yeah. Breasts, genitals, tongue. Oh, I'm really aroused now. Well, Corny, I think I'll kick off for the day. Just mosey on home for no other reason than I live there, of course. What has that she-beast done? I didn't give her permission to use my custom-made, non-marking bondage ropes. If I see her, I'll... Ah! Please don't beat me anymore. I'm running out of blood.
Whilst you was gone, I started thinking. You know what I haven't had for all these long years?
Talcum powder? Free checking?
A man. Bet you'd look pretty in silk.
Fascinating non sequitur.
Sure, I may be a psychotic killing machine, but I'm still a woman. Take me to your bed, or your family's as dead as a herring.
My options, one more time.
Don't worry, you'll thank me when I'm done. Some torch songs might help set the mood for us. Bolero, best of Bolero, Bolero Beach Party, Chipmunks Sing Bolero.
That one's very rare.
Now it's even rarer. But enough foreplay.
Okay, just, let me, stretch a bit. Nothing worse than a groin pull, right?
Not bad.
Agnes Del Rooney, the house is surrounded. Come out with your hands up.
Cavalry, thy name is Cornfed. Come and get her. She's right here. All right, go moving in. Aha. So it's up to Duckman to figure out which of you is the dreaded Agnes. Oh, sure, I could just take off your gags and have you tell me which is which, but what better opportunity to prove to you once and for all that as a detective, I am without peer. Also, I get a chance to exploit a dramatic cliche. Oh, impressive. One of you is the Fred Travelina of flatulence. Entertaining and informative, for only in yours did I hear a true F-flat in the first movement, a note only Grandmama has perfected. Therefore, you are Agnes Del Rooney. Oh, take that! Teach you to... Oops. Sorry, Grandmama, but you needed the exercise.
If they're shipping me back to the big house, it might as well be for something good. Good night, nurse.
From the inflection in your voice this morning, I deduced that you and your family were being held hostage by a grandmama look-alike.
Although this may prevent us from running for office someday, Dad.
We owe you an apology.
I don't know what's worse, Duckman. Being held captive by a gun-toting madwoman or admitting you saw through her facade. I guess you do have some detective
Don't hurt yourself, Bernice. I have the rest of my life to rub it in your face. The important thing right now is we're all safe and secure, basking in the effervescence that is Grandmama.
The real Grandmama was sentenced to 3 consecutive life terms of hard labor in a federal penitentiary and is eligible for parole in the year 2156. Agnes Del Rooney continues to live with the Duckman family. As of this broadcast, she and Duckman have not consummated their relationship.
breasts, genitals, tongues.
Quit your belly aching. Ouch! Hey, it's a hospital zone. Keep it down. Hello? Do any of you thermometer jockeys care that these people are suffering?
Sir, I'm the head nurse.
Well, that's incredibly obliging of you, but I gotta take a rain check because I'm running a little late. There's a motion, a picture, a crew doing some location-type stuff in your little chop shop, and they're waiting for you-know-who to make his film debut. Well, unless you count the little thing I did with the zebra and the fishnet stockings, but it was spring break and I was drunk. I'm sure you know how it is. Well, enough yammering, Lucretia. Wrangle my ride, will you?
MRI? It sounds so scary. I'm frightened and disoriented.
How you doing?
Why, it's legendary guitarist Joe Walsh.
Relax, Molly. We're going to teach you all about MRI.
We?
Me and a friend of mine.
La 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 la. Hi, Joe. Hi, Molly. I'm Loby, the MRI Pixie. You know, magnetic resonance imaging sounds scary, but it's easy. You just climb into a massive metal cylinder, and your skull is bombarded with magnetic impulses, causing every atom in your brain to shudder violently. Whee! La 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 la.
Nice planning. Sticking a light right where I'm walking.
Who are you?
Duckman, your eagle-eyed assistant spotted me at the movies the other night and cast me. There, that's her. Ask her.
Weren't you taller?
Ow. Hey, watch it.
Ixnay. Just Yvonne a ticket, please, for I'm only one person, not the two. Whoa! Optical illusion, probably. All the fluorescent lights.
Phil, I don't get it. I had him playing freakishly tall, bad accent man number 2.
So, what kind of pick we lensing here? Action? Action thriller? Buddy action, comedy action thriller? Those studios make so many different kinds.
This isn't a feature film.
Ha! I knew something was fishy when I didn't see Gene Hackman or Tommy Lee Jones. What is this, a snuff film?
We're making a teaching video for patients of MedTech Humana hospitals, and we won't be needing you.
Thanks, honey, but I'll wait until I hear that from, you know, a man.
Actually, it might bring the shot to life if we had a guy in the MRI. And he's perfect. Moronic features, jaundiced pallor, glassy stare.
I also drool.
You're MRI guy. Get in.
Joe Walsh? You're in this?
Actually, I do a lot of medical videos. It's fun, interesting, and they pump my stomach for free.
Duck, in, now.
Okay, everybody, let's make this one for the shelf. Give the Sticks Hicks a picks to nix for all the little people out there in the dark. There's nothing as exciting as being on a movie set.
I'm frightened and disoriented.
La 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 la.
You're MRI guy. MRI guy.
Or as we like to say, Mariah.
Joe, that's MRI A-OK.
Hey, what the? Get out of my lab.
We're in the middle of shooting.
The only thing you're shooting is your mouth off. Now, I want you and your merry band of vamoose, or I'll insert this catalog in your rectoid mucosa, and you'll find out why they call it the sharper image. Now, scram!
Man, you got a lot of rage.
Get a haircut, Ringo. Hello, Hector? Oh, you heard? Well, I don't care how important these videos are to MedTech Humana. My research is more important. Great Scott! I'll call you later. Once again, Hollywood articulates itself. Eureka! Eureka! Eureka, there was a duck. He left here a few minutes ago. Find him. I don't believe what's in his brain.
What the hell are you staring at?
Got enough tapioca there, Dad?
If you're still hungry, I think some drip behind the stove.
Oh, stoves are funny.
Hey everyone, remember last week when the criminal lookalike took Grandmama's place until the police presumably put the right one in prison and returned the real Grandmama? For no discernible reason whatsoever, it was then that I realized how lonely old people are. So I had a gnarlacious idea. Give cats who need love to old people who, need, old... What's on TV?
Getting back to your idea, dear, where will you get the cats?
Streets, alleys, county vans. Grandmama, meet Maroki.
Oh, that's sweet, Ajax. There's nothing like a companion.
Sorry to break into your outhouse. Oh, my God. You live here.
Who are you, and what gives you the right to barge into people's homes?
I'm Dr. Craig Ehrlich.
Oh. Well, do sit down. Take off those shoes. Perhaps a quick foot massage and a dozen or so years of wedded bliss. What, am I the only one who heard the word doctor?
Dr. Ehrlich, eh? Are you related to Dr. Dre?
When you were born, were there any problems with the umbilical cord?
No, though lately I've found it to be a bit of an inconvenience.
Where'll you get the cats?
There you are, Duckman. You shouldn't have run out, you naughty little scalawag. Grab him!
Wendy, Tink, we're flying.
Doctor, not to be nosy, but why are you kidnapping our dad?
Boys, I don't care enough about what you think of me to lie to you. I've spent my career in search of an end to the worst blight in human history. Not him. I'm talking about cancer. And we're about to make medical history. For I, Dr. Craig Ehrlich, have finally found the cure for it. Here, in Duckman's brain.
You've got mail.
Well, I'd like to thank the Duckman family for another lovely afternoon.
Good news. You all test negative. I'm sorry about this, but I had to see if any of you carry the same isotope Duckman does. It can be passed genetically or through sharing a living environment.
Why me? I'm not his family. I don't live with him. I'm just his friend.
And you wonder why your head's being examined?
Enough said.
Doctor, how can Dad's brain be a medical miracle?
It barely makes it as a brain.
Woohoo! Look, do it once.
Someone must have left the MRI on. It hit Duckman with enough impulses to kill a T-Rex in a lead helmet.
Then why isn't he dead? Not that, you know, that would be a thing I'd wish for, or was even for 1 second secretly imagining.
Hey! Great Scott!
What the? Where am I? I'm strapped down and receiving gut-twisting electric shocks, but my usual boy Randy is nowhere in sight.
Duckman, we've been kidnapped and are being held prisoner.
You know, for a detective with no cases, I sure get kidnapped a lot.
Duckman, you and I are going to make the greatest advance in medical science since penicillin.
Yeah, that was good. Huh?
Here, between the cerebrum and the cerebellum, in the antebellum. See the scarlet lump? That's a new form of subcortical astrocytoma, full of the anti-cancer isotope. The growth must have been there for years, until the MRI mutated it.
Wow! You mean I can cure cancer? Okay, Doc of the Bay, let's do some good. Glom some globulin, cure a little cancer. I'll get back to whatever it is I do, and I'll see you in Stockholm. Do they have a Hooters there?
Duckman, you don't understand. The only way to get to the isotope is to operate. I'm talking about a medical procedure that will leave your brain inoperable.
Oh, well, I have a scar. Chicks dig scars.
No, you moron! I have to cut off your head! No, none of it will leave a scar!
Doctor, let me. Duckman, to get the isotope, he'd have to kill you.
Oh, why didn't he say Hey, just a minute!
Duckman, don't you see? This is your chance at immortality.
Call me a stickler, but I figure I have a better shot at immortality if you don't kill me! I don't like when people suffer, but I like it even less when I suffer. In this life, Doc, you gotta look out for number one. But, in this case, you should actually look out for me, so I'm like number two.
Well, we all agree on that.
I know how you feel, Duckman, but a wise man once said, the needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few.
Hey, that wise man was Mr. Spock, and the only reason he felt that way was because he knew they'd send his body to the Genesis planet so he could come back to life.
Actually, he thought they were going to bring him to Vulcan to be reborn.
Yeah, the Genesis planet was just a happy accident.
You know, all Picard has to do is send Kirk's body to the Genesis planet, then he can come back to life.
But the Nexus destroyed Kirk's body.
Hey, what if they did that slingshot around the sun thing, went back in time a couple of days, and beamed Kirk and Picard some big guns to kill Malcolm McDowell with?
Oh, he was so good in Time After Time.
What about Clockwork Orange?
That was awesome.
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Oh, no! The MRI must have been on too long last night. It's overheating, creating an intense magnetic field.
Let's go! Follow me!
Hello, security?
Apparently we were spared because none of us are wearing any metal.
Wow, good thing I didn't wear my official G-spot checker medallion. Always gets a laugh. Look, I know you want to protect me, but it's not you he's after, so no argument. I want you all to get out of here and not worry about... Huh? Me.
There he is!
That tickles.
Oh, stop! Hey! Oh.
Are you guys IRS? The Mafia? Oh, no! You're not Ticketmaster! Woohoo!
Hey, how dare you barge into my office?
It's my office, Duckman. I had you brought here so we could talk.
Well, you saved my life. There was this daffy doc, and he was going to give me an operation that'd kill me. Can you imagine?
No, I'd prefer to kill you with a great deal more pain.
I'm gonna call our congressman, get that SOB to rouse the FDA, HEW, DOJ, and every other VIP in DC ASAP!
Thank you for calling the United States of America. We are open from 8:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. weekdays and are located between Canada and Mexico in the Western Hemisphere. If you would like to make a declaration of war, press 1. Trade treaties and tariffs, press 2.
Gerbils, nature's perfect machines.
Yeah, they're the best. Listen, I was distracted by the gun and my bladder emptying and all. Did you say you were going to kill me?
Slowly and sadistically, I get intense pleasure from inflicting suffering and misery on others. I'm one of Alphonse D'Amato's largest contributors. But I've been rude. Please, sit. I'm Roland Thompson, CEO of MedTech Humana Hospital Group, one of America's largest health and medical services networks. I like to say if you've got a bedpan under you, MedTech Humana touched it first. And as the nation's leading healthcare provider, I must kill you.
Well, obviously you and Ehrlich have got some who's gonna kill Duckman issues to work through.
Ehrlich is a fool. I never thought he would actually find a cure for cancer.
Wait, you don't want the cure?
Please, sit down. I'm not in the health business, Mr. Duckman. I'm in the health care business. The more beds I fill, the more profits I make. But it does me no good to fill them with sniffles and sprained ankles and other low-rent maladies. That's why we invented the $12 aspirin, the $8 cotton ball, to increase profit margin on lesser diseases.
They never just kill you. There's always a lecture. Oy.
You come in with, say, a bad back, you'll get x-rays, MRIs, bone scans, discograms, myelograms. And $60,000 later, we sell you a $400 heating pad you could have bought at the drugstore for $30. But it's not enough. Not nearly. No. We need the premium patients. Big money procedures, like coronary bypass, gallbladder removal, pulmonary wedge resection, unnecessary hysterectomies.
To become a U.S. ally and enjoy all ally benefits like free trade, UN forces, and complimentary upgrades at Avis locations worldwide, press 34. If you have taken or plan to take American hostages, press 35.
Laparoscopies, barium enemas, but the big kahuna, the everlasting gobstopper, the grand Mac Daddy of them all is cancer. Cancer alone accounts for 53% of our annual profits. The needless diagnostics, hopeless therapies, experimental drugs. It's a dream come true. Whew. I was afraid while I was in there you'd escape. Now, where was I?
Cancer is a dream come true.
All right. Yes, the Chewy Profit Center in the middle of the healthcare lolly, protected by a cartel of businessmen who depend on cancer to keep them in business. Look.
Ladies and gentlemen, here are your cancer profiteers. Doctors, lab workers, pharmaceutical manufacturers, obituary writers, probate lawyers, the Florida Formaldehyde Growers Council, veil makers, New Yorkers who need apartments, the Republican Party.
What's the Republican Party got to do with cancer?
Nothing, really. They just go where the evil is. Now, to preserve the growth industry that is cancer, prepare to die. Get me security.
Here's my car! Nice ride. My dealer offered me all these options, but I got the novelty breast-shaped dome light instead.
Hang on! Duckman, I realize I've been wrong all along. I was acting like the end justifies the means. Thompson, hold on!
Hey, come on. Stop it.
Hey, quit it!
Wait, I have an idea. Turn here.
That was your idea?
I hate Dixieland. Ah! Look out!
Can't breathe. Tobacco smoke. Can feel cancer growing.
Well, this was some experience, Doc. Maybe putting the cure for cancer in my brain was someone's way.
Hey, did you hear that? He's got a cure for cancer in his brain.
Crack open his head. Let's get it.
Stop! Listen to me. Don't you see? Alive, his brain can provide data for research. But if he dies, the cure is lost to us forever. It's like the goose that laid the golden eggs. When the greedy king decided to cut him open to get all the eggs at once, it killed the goose.
Hey, he lays golden eggs, too!
Let's cut him open and get all the eggs at once.
He'll die if I don't operate. Help me get him in the car. Well, it was touch and go. He lost a lot of blood, but he pulled through, and we're confident he'll make a full recovery. He wanted you all to know that his will to live came from knowing the people he loves were out here, and that he's feeling strong and should be home soon. Hey, get back here! I rehearsed these things and everything! Anyway, here's the really good part. His brain injuries happen to give me a clear path to the isotope! We have our cure for cancer! Yay! Good thing, too, because the remaining tissue shows no reaction to MRI pulses. As I told Duckman, this is all we're ever going to get.
Could we see it?
All right, but be careful. It's in that specimen dish. Oh, no! Catch him! That cat ate the cure for cancer!
Did you hear that? The cat's got a cure for cancer in him.
Let's kill it!
It's over. I'm okay. I'm alive. I just hope I did the right thing. But there's no need to worry about that anymore. In fact, there's no need to worry about anything while I'm here. All I have to do is kick back, relax, and leave myself in the safe and capable hands of all these trained medical professionals.
Where's this one going?
OR2, hysterectomy.
Nature's perfect machines.
Yeah, they're the best. Bottles of scotch on the wall. 99 bottles of scotch. If one of those bottles gets puked on the floor.
Mr. Duckman. Mr. Duckman, if you as a chaperone on your son's class trip cannot act with a modicum of decorum, I'll rip out your heart and feed it to my dingo.
Oh, look at me shaking, Mr. Big Head Psychiatrist Bus Driver.
Please stand behind the yellow line.
Come on, Sally Jesse, it's my turn on top.
It's probably not a good idea to harass Dr. Stein, who was pressed into service when the state cut funding for Ajax's schools, bus drivers, sports programs, arts programs, education programs, and building fund.
Hey, it's the 90s. If kids can't learn in a gravel pit, let them go out and mug cripples like the rest of us. Dendron? You said the field trip was to Mel's Mud Wrestling Warehouse.
Simmer down, Junior. I figured the only way to get you to go somewhere with your son was a sexual degradation-based lie.
Cornbone, you really know me.
Well, I guess we're off on another zany adventure.
You dropped a log line there, old pal. We're off on the road to Dendron, buddy. We're going because of my son.
A chip off the old blockhead.
We don't know what we'll find in Dendron, buddy, but we're legally obligated to make it fun.
I'll suffer pain and great humiliation.
That suits you. I'll rant and fume and call Bernice a hag.
Who says chivalry's dead? And since we want to get to syndication,
you know we're both gonna end up in drag. We're off on the road to Dendron, buddy, and that's also the name of this song. For copyright purposes, we don't know what we'll find in Dendron, buddy, but we know it's gotta be 23 minutes and 19 seconds long.
Quiet, please. I'm trying to drive.
Bad news, Stein. You missed a pothole 300 miles back.
Come on, Todd. Everyone's going to the desert to see a pair of mids where you can play soccer for Gus.
Pyramids, sarcophagus.
Hey, Jax, you want to stare at a bunch of pointy-top coffins? Go ahead. Me and Cornfeed, we're going to check out the real Dendron. Excuse me. You look like you've been around the Oasis a few times. You know where I can find some hookers? Oh! Hey, if you don't speak English, just say so.
Make way for the Princess of Dendron! Make way for the Princess of Dendron!
Thanks for the exposition. Who's tall, dark, and creepy?
Be there! Be there! That is the Sultan's fakir, Ahmed al-Wazir, an evil man, full of tricks and tortures and torments. It is said that when the moon is full, he...
All right, thank you. We'll be in touch.
I'm deeply, deeply in love. I better not tell Duckman.
Nookie. Royal Nookie. I got everything I want in the palm of my hand, and it's not even me. I better not tell Duckman. Corny, why don't you and Ajax check out the sights? I'm gonna hail a camel and head off aimlessly any direction, certainly not trying to follow that carriage, because I really couldn't care less where it's going.
No, Duckman, he's your son. You show him around and I'll find us a room. Say, isn't that a Motel 6 over in the direction that carriage went? Come.
Hey, none of that now. At least let's talk first. Oh, it's a knife.
Good. They have surrendered their consciousness.
But I did not hypnotize that one. Duckman, he's gone.
Who?
Ajax.
Ajax who?
Ajax, your son.
Ajax, my son, who?
Not important. Now's the part where we run.
They fell! Whoa!
Oi. They got away, but I think they may have picked up the wrong basket.
Damn! Now we're gonna have to wait for years till all these baskets are sold and someone comes back complaining there's a dead body in one.
We could search them.
Oh, search them. Listen to the fancy-pantsy college man. All right, fine, let's search them. Ah!
Sorry, thought I saw him.
He's gone. He's really gone. We've looked for hours. Nothing. How could I lose my only son? Well, you know what I mean, the one I like. I'm more tired than Madonna's plumber with a mouthful of Mentos.
You don't even care if your jokes make sense anymore, do you?
Not since the second season. I'm just sub-referencing for the hell of it now.
I'm worried that Ajax might be in the clutches of the filthiest, greediest animals on Earth.
Cable system operators?
Slave traders. We may need to buy his freedom. And since you spent all our money on a gag photo of us standing in front of a fake backdrop of a desert bazaar, we have a problem.
Relax, Patio Link. Achmach over there is all the cabbage we need.
Let's lay a number 47 on him.
My high school pep squad, the Nile High Club, is selling magazines to raise money for a trip to Epcot. Do you currently get Red Book?
What? I am the Sultan of Dendron.
Hey, okay, chill. Can you at least change a 10 piastre coin?
What? Very well.
Oh, this isn't a 10, it's a 25. Take the 5s back, and that's 2 10s and a 5. But let's see, that's 10, and this is what, a 20? So take 10 and give me 5. You take the 20 and give me the 10s from before.
Enough! Keep the 10. Just leave me be, you idiot.
That was close. I'm sure glad you didn't do something stupid like... Uh-oh.
Hey, Jamie Farr! So I'm an idiot, huh? Well, we just ran the oldest con in the book on you. That's right. I, an idiot, and my partner, who you hookah-happy, falafel-fluffing hump-hoppers think is unclean, just fleeced you out of a dung load of cash. And I'm glad. And, that was, a monologue from...
From The Moron and His Friend Are Allowed to Live, a new play we're rehearsing.
Written by Salman Rushdie.
You couldn't have said David Mamet.
Fresh fillet at 2 o'clock.
The princess. I think she's naked.
She wears it well. Had enough?
You can't keep us here, you know. We're Americans. We have rights.
Including the right to bear arms. So, could we, like, have some guns? Liberals? Ow! What's with the hair mail?
It's from the princess.
My strong, handsome hero. I bring good news. The one you seek, Ajax, is rumored to be alive and well and somewhere close by.
Yeah.
Ever since the bazaar, I've known you are my destiny. But my father, the Sultan, is very angry. I beg, but he will only spare one of you. Blah, 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 heart has wings, blah, 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 ancient pleasure techniques, blah, 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 hot oils.
The rest is fairly dry stuff.
Poor kid's got it bad. What she needs is a dose of vitamin D.
Then she'll need some penicillin.
Don't flip your wiggly, Piggly. When they drag you to the behead office, I'll put in a good word for you. That is after I save Ajax. Ah, Mujibur and Sirajul. Be gentle when you take him away.
The princess loves me. The princess loves me. Princess loves me. What am I doing? Dancing for 4 days, forgetting about Ajax and Duckman. Why would I behave so callously, so unlike myself? The password is bad writing. No woman is worth jeopardizing your friends' lives for, except Elle McPherson, or Julie Moran from E.T., or Martha Stewart. I've got to try to save Duckman.
Stop! No! You're killing me! I can't take it! No more! No! You're tickling, you bad girl, you.
You gotta admit, the kid's got style.
No fair tickling. Just polish the toenails, not the heel.
All I see is heel.
Very nice. Look, they would have killed you 4 days ago. If not for me, it'd be a football by now. Besides, don't play so innocent.
The princess loves me. The princess loves me. All right, we were both wrong. So, is the princess incredible?
Unbelievable.
Darling, what is he doing here?
She looks exactly like...
An angel, yes. Corn-fed, this is Princess Fallopia, my fiancé.
Mr. Cornfed, I am happy you are safe, but it is dangerous for you to be here. If my father knew...
He won't, my little sand crab.
Something strange is going on at a large storage tent outside of camp. Someone mentioned a wicker basket. It may be Ajax's. Here's a map. Please be careful, my stallion. I need you to kiss my buttery lips, caress my creamy skin, sip from the milk of my passion.
Not in front of the Esn't Pay.
You know, of course, that any chance of a comic song-filled competition for her is dead and gone.
Along with my libido, dating Ajax's twin. Hey, I'm a charter member of the Horny Hall of Fame, but, I mean, there's some issues here. So I paid a cook to slip her a Mickey at dinner every night. Next morning, she doesn't remember a thing. So I tell that tall tale about how sexational I was. Now, let's go get Ajax. This map doesn't say which tent. Corny, if you were a wicker basket, where would you be?
Oh, no.
Don't you worry, Corny. Follow me.
Dad.
Duckman, how did you... Never mind.
Huh?
Oh, my God!
Come on, please. Something happened.
Duckman, you can't save us by just rubbing some magic lamp.
Who said anything about a magic lamp? Come on, come on.
I pray you're only a mirage.
Hey, Scarab! I'm tired of traveling worst class. Perhaps you'd rethink your lack of manners and hygiene if we slip some gunga dinero your way.
Will you shut up? Who here is the hostage, I ask? Me? No, I don't think so.
Our tour guide's giving me 1,001 frights. How did I let you get me into this?
Yes, it was rotten of me to give in to your pleas to accompany you. Perhaps you could explain your madman scheme to us in the time-honored fashion of overconfident villains.
As you wish. For me to rise to the throne, I must kill the princess. This I will achieve at the Sultan's banquet by substituting poison for the nightly sleeping potion you've been giving her. Swish!
The NBA Finals really are seen in 83 countries.
Then you'll tell the Sultan that we plotted to kill the princess, so the Sultan will kill us.
Exactly.
Fortunately, the banquet isn't for hours, leaving us time for some entertaining torture. And here we are. Behold!
The Tent of Terror! Enter if ye dare. Try to keep this closed. We have a problem with gnats.
You like? The wall mirrors really do seem to add space.
Scare 'em, Corny. They're gonna dip one of us into that fire. Well, I've already been kicking around some ideas for your eulogy, so why don't you just step up there and... Ah! Ow! Higher and deeper with the baby powder, son. Hey, why am I smelling 11 herbs and spices? Decad! Death! Rotisserie style! What took you so long?
No, Ajax, come on.
Why did I put in that water slide? After them!
We've got to get to the banquet and stop that toast.
But I like toast. It's the muffins that must be stopped.
Okay, son, now you're starting to scare the viewers. Look, an approaching camel. We gotta somehow swing ourselves onto it as it races by.
I will make this toast quick. I understand the nomads are in a hurry to relocate. Yes, well, let us drink to the most brilliant flower of all the Nile, my daughter Fallopia.
Thousand pardons, your heinous highness. We are but bumbling waiters only wishing to serve thee.
Wine can make an excellent burn salve. It is hint from Heloise.
Switch the glasses, now.
What manner of chicanery is this?
Take them away! Patty cake, baker's man. Bake me a cake as fast as you... Oh!
My sincerest apologies, Your Majesty. Please continue.
To Fallopia.
One moment, please. It is written that no one may drink until the shimmy of 10,000 veils is complete. Is this not true, Corn Ferazad?
Yes. I mean... yes.
My, you're a sultry little sultan of swing. I'd smoke your hookah anytime.
Never before have I seen two damsels so dainty, so delicate.
They are the essence of femininity itself.
Too bad I'm gay. Be gone!
I told you it was step, pivot, step.
Oh,
no, wait. You, oh, no, you...
Wait 1 moment! I know of these two! It is the bumbling waiters in drag! Have you any more foolish ways of delaying this toast?
Just a couple.
Jennifer Flowers and a yak.
Ha ha! Jennifer Flow.
Enough! You two are awful! Thank Allah comedy teams are dead. Everyone hurry up and drink before these buffoons stop us again.
Good thing I was finally able to switch goblets.
Your daughter is, dare I say, spectacularly dead.
Dead? If my Fallopia is dead, then I can no longer go on living.
That was kinda like the game plan.
You mean...
Yes! I am responsible for her death. With both of you out of the way, I will become the next ruler of Dendron. And I tell this to you now, knowing that nothing could possibly go wrong.
The princess will be in great agony after taking a spill like that. Uh-oh. I suddenly remembered that I, Ajax, switched places with the princess. Ow.
She lives. Guards, seize this fakir.
One thing confuses me. Why did you bother kidnapping Ajax?
Why? I'll tell you why. And that's why I did it.
Good work, Ajax. Switching places with the princess and pretending to drink the poison.
Pretending to drink?
Don't worry, son. If you can hold on through the finale, I'm sure there's an antidote booth in the bazaar.
Duckman, now we can get married.
Forget it, honey. Sing and we're out. and that's also the name of this song. We don't know what we'll find in Dendron, buddy, but we know it's gotta be 23 minutes and 19 seconds long.
Swish!
Well, Jimmy, I bet I know which bedtime story you'd like to hear tonight.
Duckman, Duckman, Duckman!
What the hell are you staring at?
He's funny.
And educational. Hard to believe, but there was once a time when Duckman was virtually ignored by the general public, which had not yet discovered the brilliance of his complex, moral-laden misadventures. Sadly, most of those people became sterile from years of watching Larry King. But that's another story. Oh, here's an old favorite. Once upon a time, there was a clinically insane duck and his monotonic pig partner. Apparently, it was just another day at the office.
Duckman, have I ever hurt you, shamed you, caused you great pain, suffering, and/or humiliation?
No more than anyone else, Cornelicious. Why?
No reason.
Quit trembling, Corny! A few more hems and haws and my latest Cramden-esque money-making scheme will be unleashed upon the flesh-craving public. Fashions by Duckman, because no one knows what a man likes better than another man. Well, you know what I mean. And now the creme de la resistance. D cells inserted into the D cups to keep things desirable. Not to mention stimulating.
Duckman, this isn't a good grin. Idea. People, even women, chuckle, may find this somewhat titillation offensive. Relief. I'm sorry, Duckman, but as the only person in town not currently in litigation against you, I must warn you that this outfit is lewd, sexist, and worst of all, it makes me look fat.
Please. When the Babinos see my creations on TV tonight, they'll snatch them up faster than my dedicated team of highly paid professionals can slap them together. Hey, don't break it, Charlie.
Just one question. How do you plan to get these garments on TV tonight?
Like all the great designers do. Go to some local disaster and hawk them on camera when those heartless, immoral media maggots show up.
But how can you guarantee there'll be a local disaster?
Burn, baby, burn! Yeah, lucky it's just a boring old abandoned warehouse.
Guess again, Beak Boy. That's the old abandoned warehouse. This is the Fine Arts Museum that, due to NEA budget cuts, merely looks like an old abandoned warehouse.
Oh, no. No! Was anybody hurt? Was anybody killed? And more important, were there any witnesses?
Relax. The volunteer fire department's got everything under control, although the stress may be getting to the chief.
I didn't have time to change.
I can't believe it. In my reckless lust for an audience, I've risked humiliating my family, caused millions of dollars in damage, placed countless lives in danger. But, like them Buttafuoco say, ain't no such thing as bad publicity. Ladies, I'm standing here in front of some smoky holocaust or whatever to introduce Fashions by Duckman. Whether you're putting out fires or starting one of your own, there's nothing hotter than our sexy springtime ensemble. Here we see Cornfed wearing the revolutionary brassiere, which forms cleavage not only in front, but also in back.
Duckman's vaguely satanic fashion show captured a larger audience than the Mars landing and the Major Dad reunion combined. This, of course, led to the shot heard round the world.
Duckman, you animated sweat stain! I was happily enjoying Australian rules step aerobics when it was preempted by your felony of the week! You have any idea how belittled your fashion freak show makes women feel?
Boo friggin' who? Like I'm supposed to take women and how they feel seriously? You want to be accepted for your minds, but you throw a hissy fit royale if someone isn't saying you look great 30 hours a day. You say you want a nice guy, but you only give it up to the creeps. You get to stay home, not go to war, live longer, and have sex whenever you want. So remind me again, exactly what is there to complain about?
Men! You say we're irrational, but at least we think with a head on our shoulders. Left to yourselves, you'd have blown up years ago from a horrific blend of gunpowder, diesel fuel, and aqua velva. Your idea of commitment is not yelling someone else's name during sex. Sisters...
And then something strange happened.
You know, honey, she's got a point. And another thing, you never share your innermost feelings. It's always sex, sports, and pizza.
But those are my innermost feelings.
If you don't start thinking about your feelings, I'll scream!
If you don't stop thinking about your feelings, I'll scream!
I hate you!
I hate you!
I have always hated you!
No one can
You
hate anybody
were
worse
an
than I hate
unfailing
you!
slug.
Slug!
Your mother was right! I should have listened to her!
Something about Duckman and Bernice struck a chord within the country's consciousness. Maybe it was the tenor of society, some primal awakening of the human psyche. Maybe it was just the cheap and barely believable device of a desperate writer. But whatever detente existed in the battle of the sexes went the way of the dodo bird, the edsel, and professional baseball.
Professional what ball?
An even sadder story, Jimmy. Anyway, the Duckman-Bernice controversy swept the country. Breakups and divorces skyrocketed, and things got so out of hand they had to be settled in the U.S. Senate.
Without us, you wouldn't have anyone to fix your flats, find your G-spots, or tell you you're not fat. Which, by the way, you are!
Without us, you wouldn't have anyone to clean your wounds, pick out your socks, or tell you your...
feet.
Are huge! Which, by the way, they're not.
Well, if living with us genitally challenged boogeymen is such a sucky thing, maybe you should just go live by yourselves!
Maybe we will!
Fine!
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 And so it came that men and women could no longer live together, and the nation was divided in half. The East, known for culture, went to the women. The West, known for cattle, went to the men. People were needed to guard the border. Those who were sexually confused. Throughout the country, there was shock as people realized there was no turning back. And as always, it's the children who suffer. Painful as it was, mothers said goodbye to their sons. Fathers, farewell to their daughters.
Hear ye! 2 minutes until the closing of the gate.
I want you boys to know that I'll always love you. It's not your fault you were born that way.
But Aunt Bernice, if you go to the other side, you'll be leaving us with...
Turn off them waterworks chillins. I'll give you the love and guidance you've never gotten before. But first, here's $5. Go buy me some beer and bullets.
And bandages!
Are you sure you're a woman?
No penis for me, thanks.
Yes, this isn't Ajax. It's, my niece, Ajaxina. Duckman, please! The twins can fend for themselves, but I've got to take Ajax with me. Who's going to feed him, clothe him, remind him to blink and swallow?
Me. I'm gonna look after him as if he were my own son.
Thanks, Dad.
The gate is now closing! I guess there's nothing left to say, except...
Goodbye.
Hasta la vista, babies. Don't let the gate hit your butts on the way out. Never forget, we're men, and men are stronger, smarter, and self-sufficienter than women. We're not just Homo sapiens, we're Homo... superior. Yes, we're gonna make it after all, and we don't need women!
Honey, have you seen my shoes?
Banishment of women, arson, electroshock bras.
Mom, how come Duckman seems more kind-hearted than usual?
This is one of the early Duckman stories, Jimmy. He didn't blossom into a full-blown psychotic until much later. Back in the old days, Duckman didn't even say
No way!
Yes, but let's keep reading, sweetie. The iron door swung shut and the separation of the sexes was now complete. The men were tentative, suddenly fearful of their newfound freedom.
I'm horny. I'm hungry.
Anyone know how to cook?
I made pancakes once. The stove exploded. No, wait. That was an episode of Home Improvement.
But one person was completely happy.
This is the life. No more nagging from Bernice. No more having to bathe. No more awkward moments getting caught urinating on the neighbor lady's car tires. What? It's a natural human urge. Come on, loosen up. Shed that dried-up, button-down exterior. Get rid of that damn tie. Unclipped. It's as if it's tied around your neck.
You know, Duckman, I agree with something you said. This could be truly liberating. Maybe this is the springtime of our souls, the birth of a new ethos, an opportunity to let our inner selves shine forth. I feel naked.
Exactly. Hey, everyone, look at me. I'm naked. Come on, everyone get naked. Whee!
At first, the women were also unsure.
Why hasn't he called? I knew he didn't really love me. Who can I play mind games on now?
How am I supposed to spend my evenings without tragically abusive one-night stands?
Wait, stop! We didn't win our freedom from men overnight. It was a long, hard battle, you hear me? Long and hard! Okay, bad choice of words.
The butch chick is right. We've earned our freedom.
By the end of that first week, the women were ecstatic. The men exhilarated. The women soon had their own restaurants. The men theirs. Certain movies were popular on the women's side, and others on the men's. Of course, one thing still thrived on both sides. Yes, everyone was happy and fulfilled. Bernice settled comfortably into a house with 8 girlfriends.
Chocolate blackout cake for breakfast? Isn't that fattening? Who cares?
While the men's leaders settled into a handsome home designed and built by Duckman himself.
Wow! Check out that hog!
Top of the morning, corn guy. You know, I was just thinking, to the extent my round-the-clock drunkenness allows me to think, we should have done this whole separation of the sexes thing years ago. Specifically 3 years ago, before all those sperm in the reservoir paternity suits I had to settle.
Thanks to you, I still can't drink tap water.
It's amazing how things got so good so fast. But where there's a will, there's a way. Of course, when Betty here's willing, there's several ways. Ah!
I have to admit these past few weeks have been liberating. Now that I'm free from the constant distractions of women salivating over my macho intensity, I've discovered a serum that inhibits the aging process, a formula for infinite energy, and just how good a pair of chaps can make a man feel.
Ah, you know, Corn Silk, I can barely remember the old days when we lived side by side with not men. Life was harder then. It used to take 5 quarters to make $1, you know? Cars were steam-driven, as I recall. Well, I'm just glad my kids will grow up with a better life than I had. Joyful and carefree, able to enjoy the simple, innocent pleasures of boyhood.
Huh?
More! Tell me more! How did Duckman screw up next, Mom?
Actually, he didn't. Duckman realized he was wrong, apologized sincerely, and became the sweetest, most wonderful person the world has ever known. I'm sorry, sweetie. Did I scare you? I was just joking. Of course Duckman screwed up, and this time with his own children. You see, that night, Charles, Mambo, and Ajax went to report the strange creatures they had seen.
They're beautiful, Dad. They're soft and sweet.
And bullets bounce right off them. Wait, no, that's reinforced steel.
And these breasted men, I suppose they also had wings, and they were spewing fire? Begone! Such monsters do not exist.
They weren't monsters. They were girls.
I won't have language like that in my castle.
Dad, it isn't right to make us go through life without a long-term emotional connection with a woman.
Hey, I never connected for more than a couple of minutes, and that's counting time for the sleeping pill to knock 'em out. Trust me, kids, you're better off without the lump tops. We all are.
Stay tuned for our exclusive coverage of preseason ice basketball here on CNN, the All Sports Network.
Meanwhile, Bernice had her hands full with the girls.
But girlfriend Bernice, they didn't seem like disgusting muck-swilling insects.
Girlfriend Emily, you have much to learn about the three-legged ones. Look around you. Without they who pee standing up, we have truly made the women's collective emotional state a democratic sisterhood of love, trust, generosity, and kindness.
Can you believe her hair?
All I see is a pair of thighs holding up some overstuffed leotards.
Yes, although men and women pretended to revel in their newfound freedom, their worlds were falling apart and soon took on the feel of an endless, dateless New Year's Eve. But, unknown to the adults, underground bands of youth secretly engaged in forbidden activities. Weeks passed, and then...
Dad! Dad!
Dog!
Over here, son, by the, what is this stinking lump of garbage?
Hey-ho.
Dad, we'd like to brush our teeth, but we can't find the toothpaste.
And I can't find my teeth.
Hey, what do you want toothpaste for? You plan on using your mouths for something besides chewing, chugging, smoking, or belching?
Why, no, Dad!
Well, okay then.
Girlfriend Bernice, I wonder if I could take a bath?
I'm afraid not. Spiders crawled into the tubs and we're all scared to go in.
But I thought women could do everything. We've been astronauts, heads of state, soldiers.
You don't understand, dear. These are spiders. Why would you want to take a bath?
Oh, no reason.
None shall pass! Unless you're a registered hermaphrodite.
Drat. What would Dodd do in a situation like this?
Those scamps get more like their father every day.
Ajax, would you like to kiss me?
Kiss? What is kiss?
It's when you press your lips against someone else's.
Lips? What is lips?
Girlfriends, I think it's time we talk to the men. For the sake of our children, of course.
Okay, sure. That's good.
Well, you know, maybe we could just talk to the women. Not because we need to or anything. It'd just be for the kids.
Oh, yeah.
So, what the hell do you want?
What? Listen, we just want to talk about our feelings.
What?
Clearly, the rift between the sexes has affected your ability to understand each other. Allow me to translate. We missed you. Did you miss us?
Only when we ran out of batteries, but then we got rechargeables.
Yes, we were so lonely.
Listen, we don't care if we ever see you cellulite collection plates again.
We've thought about how terribly we acted, and we're sorry we hurt you.
Up yours, you bony bag of buzzard barf!
We accept your apology.
You want to come crawling back? We'll let you.
We love you.
And so, at last, the wall came down.
Hi.
So I guess we're all back together.
Yeah.
You know, we only came back because of the kids. We certainly didn't miss you, balding, beering, boring, breasts on the brain blowhards.
Yeah, if it wasn't for those whiny shrimps, we could have cared less about a bunch of hairy lipped-legged and lapped lipo livers.
Good to have you back.
Oh dear, look at the time.
Can't we read the one where Duckman becomes the Antichrist?
That's enough for tonight.
Mom, that story's so incredible. Did it really happen?
More important, did you learn something from it? Something about how we all need each other?
Are you kidding? No offense, Mom, but boys don't need anything from girls.
Maybe you're right. Good night.
Wait, you forgot my hug. Maybe I did learn something. Maybe I learned that we should listen to and respect everyone, whether they're boys or girls.
That's right, Jimmy. Everyone except the Irish.
Look at me! I'm naked! I'm happy. Maybe it has to do with getting fried last night and passing out with my hand on my crotch watching some kind of fire on TV. I think it was TV.
It wasn't.
Ah, well, life's an ever-unfolding blah, blah, blah. The point is, I've had an epiphany.
You mean a sudden revelation about the essence of existence?
Oh, no, what's the word? Colonic. This morning I feel refreshed, revitalized, and re-king of happiness. Now I know what you'd say if I let you say anything. Duckman, how can you feel good if you're not making others miserable? How shallow. If history teaches us anything, it's that our happiness need not cause others pain. That, and never bet on a race if you can't remember which horse you drugged. And now, to begin my perfect day. My car's gone!
Toi!
Dwa. Street cleaning? This is the same garbage I dumped here a month ago. How come I have to spend all that time and effort avoiding taxes for services the city never gives me anyway? Talk about irony. Public transportation. What a farce. No one rides except a bunch of loudmouth vandals. Damn bus wouldn't even stop till I screamed at the driver and spray painted the windshield.
Duckman, we have a client.
What's it this time? Some rich broad offering a reward for her diamond necklace that's caught on her belt?
Why, that's remarkable. I did lose a diamond necklace, and I'll pay $50,000 to anyone who can find it.
Actually, it's caught on your...
Hey, I'm a detective. I got better things to do than try to solve wild goose chase impossible to figure out mysteries. Why don't you just see if you can detect someone who cares? They towed my car, Corny, and for no other reason that it was illegally parked and had $1,200 in unpaid tickets.
Also, you stole it.
It was dark. How was I supposed to tell the difference between a parking lot at the mall and a Mazda dealership?
Oh, look! Isn't that it? It's hanging from your belt. I see it.
Quiet! I can't hear myself lie. They changed the street cleaning hours. Can they do that? I mean, without some kind of notification? What? What?
Nothing. You know, Duckman, regulations like that are made by the city council. Maybe you should speak to your representative.
City council? Representative? Until Esperanto comes back, you want to ease off on the foreign mumbo-jumbo?
They're English words, Duckman.
Well, we don't live in England, do we?
The council is a body of men and women who govern our city.
Wait, did you say women and body?
It's my fault. I was attempting an actual conversation. You could go tonight and speak against the new regulations.
Maybe I'll do that, Cornfed. Maybe I, Duckman, will strike a blow for the common man. Maybe I, Duckman, will prove that anyone, even I, Duckman, can make a difference.
Bikini Babe battle got canceled.
Those damn implant recalls have devastated the sport.
There's an evil cabal running this city. A ruthless group who loot our treasury to finance their goal of world domination through pornography. And the proof of this is the proposal that the intersection of Beacon and 3rd have a 22-second walk cycle.
And I want to know the names of the unholy pagans who spent their nights making offerings to their dark lord and their days voting for mandatory feline distemper shots.
I've never heard such a bunch of penny-ante, dime-a-dozen, two-bit half-wits exaggerating their enemies and belly-aching over the tiniest, stupidest personal problems.
It's your turn.
I want to talk about the most vicious, heartless, cold-blooded traitors in the history of mankind and how they changed my block's street cleaning hours. I think it went pretty well.
Still, in case none of them awake from their comas, you might want to speak to the mayor.
So glad.
Nice notion, Porkface. Hey, May. I live on North Phlegm Avenue, except for warrant-serving purposes, in which case I escaped to the islands with Robert Vesco in the mid-'70s. You're a politician. You know the drill. Anyhow, I want street cleaning hours changed back, or I'll find out where you live and hunt you down like a dog. No offense.
That sounds like a marvelous idea. I'm going to give it top priority.
Well, that was easy.
That sounds like a marvelous idea. I'm going to give it top priority.
Dad, you haven't moved for a month. When the mayor said she'd change the street cleaning hours back, she didn't necessarily mean during your lifetime.
My elected representative made me a promise.
Dodd, I need a favor, but it's a little awkward.
Go ahead, Ajax. You know you can ask me anything.
Could we brick you into the wall so we don't have to smell you when we come in to watch TV?
Of course, son. Just be sure to brick up my faith in the democratic system while you're at it.
A-okay, Dodd.
Hey, some workers from the city are out there changing all the street signs.
I know it! I know it! Yes! Yes! Democracy in action! No standing, 12 a.m. to 12 p.m.
Dwa.
I was thrown in a mildewed, ferret-infested cell, forced to survive on gravel soup and rancid jujubes, beaten every half hour by blind East European circus clowns, and brought to a public square where I was put in stocks and pelted with back issues of U.S. News and World Report.
Duckman, you're supposed to be telling us what happened after you got towed by the city truck, not showing slides of your vacation.
Fine. We'll finish another time.
I'll tell you what happened to me. I was treated like a common criminal, like an animal, like an amoeba, like a geological substrata. If it hadn't been for the foot massage, I might not have stayed.
What about me? They made fun of my clothes and took photos of my many abnormalities. It was the most degrading and humiliating experience I've had since that medical exam in the alien spaceship, which, it turns out, is not covered by Medicaid.
As a psychiatrist, I found the experience quite intriguing because as a psychiatrist, I write many psychiatric papers which we
Oh, shut up! Citizens of North Phlegm, are we so apathetic that we let a faceless bureaucracy treat our fellow neighbors this way?
Yes!
Point taken. Still, at my request, the mayor's office has sent someone to explain what happened.
Yowza. The new street cleaning hours are a result of lobbying by your neighbors, the Dutch Elm Street Block Association.
Those magnificent bastards. Well, two can play at that game. I say we do the same thing. I say we. Yeah. What'd they do again?
Organize a block association, which can perform many valuable functions and be an important source of civic pride.
We could plant trees, spruce up lawns, improve lighting, institute a crime watch.
And destroy Dutch Elm Street!
Yeah! Kill the pigs!
Neighbor fellows, is it not or is time to unite against the common enemy?
Duckman!
No, in this case, it's not Duckman.
The Jews?
Dutch Elm Street!
Yes, and to help us get started, I've called upon an expert on organizational structures. A completely legitimate businessman who assures me he's not a scam artist currently wanted in 18 states. Our own beloved Art DeSalvo.
Thank you. As I travel around this land of Oz, one thought comes back to me again and again. These people are nuts! To protect themselves from their fellow Americans, Americans use a wide range of group structures. Turn off the lights, Ajax.
My pleasure, Mr. DeSalvo.
That's okay, I forgot the slides. First, our economy plan. The militia! For this, all you need is a bunch of unemployed white guys and their weight and unregistered firearms. Next, the skinhead. This is the militia with a funky teen beat. There's no leaders, but you must have a kindergarten education to participate. Finally, our premium level, the Congress. For this, you have to live in luxury, write laws that benefit your wealthiest contributors, and steal everything you can find till you're indicted.
Gee, sounds good to me.
That's a good plan.
Excellent choice. I'll be here after the meeting to hand out the information packets and take your checks. Just make them out to cash. That's my maiden name.
Thank you, Art. The next order of business is to elect a leader.
I'd like it to be someone who won't cause me physical pain.
I think it should be someone with a degree in psychiatry who's also a psychiatrist.
I propose it be someone really stupid so that we can lull Dutch Elm Street into a false sense of superiority. All in favor of Duckman?
As an observer, I question the choice of such an obviously unbalanced, what is the medical term? Moron. What makes you qualified to lead a block association?
Well, I was president of a South American country, I stopped King Chicken from devolving the city into nothingness, and I was worshipped as a god by an alien civilization.
Yeah, that sounds good. Let's use him.
Okay, get over to Dutch Elm and tell them their days of ruthless zoning changes are over. Because we now have a strong, united block association with a fearless, hard-driving president. Now, you mucus-covered pipe cleaner! Snapple?
Nice mailbox flags.
Mr. Duckman, I had no idea you were coming.
I'm looking for someone with the Block Association.
Cad Venom. You know, I don't think our block has an association, but please come in.
This meeting of the Dutch Elm Street Block Association will now come to...
Kids' playroom. No one's there now. Say, congratulations on being elected president of your block.
How did you know?
I didn't. Not a clue. Please, sit. Not there? Springs are shot.
Look, I'm here because...
I'm sorry. May I interrupt you for a moment? Thanks. Please go on. Please call me Tad. Look, Mr. Duckman, I promise that we don't have a block association, and I'm not president. No, promise is the wrong word. Pretend. Can't thank you enough for stopping by. Please come back soon, though I will be out of town for the next 30 years. Ooh, you silver-tongued devil. Bye.
Well, I don't think we'll be having any more trouble from him. I can't believe it! Even after the tongue lashing I gave Venom, his block association got the zoning changed on our street so that their street wouldn't have every truck in the city. Every supercharged 408 stock car in the city. Every cattle drive in the city. You realize, of course, this means war. Be seated. You are all North Flemmers. North Flemmers love to win and will not tolerate a loser. You're about to go on a mission to take out Dutch Elm's cable television. You may wonder if you'll chicken out. Don't worry. When you put your hand into a bunch of goo that a moment before was your wife's radicchio patch, you'll know what to do. I'm proud to lead you wonderful guys anytime, anywhere. Unfortunately, right now I've got this thing.
Your problem, Mr. Duckman, is that you're a miserable coward.
That happens to be a lifestyle choice. Okay, son. That's enough grease on your face.
Grease? Where did you get grease?
Oh my God! Not toilet paper!
You killed my lawn! You killed my lawn!
Ow.
Okay, we've got to lull them to sleep. Stein?
How are things on your end?
Fine, since the sewer's healed.
Animals. They're animals. All you have to do is look at them to see they don't have the same feelings as us.
Dodd, what's the signal for when we're in tremendous danger and about to be captured?
Oui, messieurs?
You gotta hide us.
You are Americans. I do not like this terrible war. Oui, I will hide you. Walk this way.
Do it, and you're off the series.
It is not how you say the words, but I think you will be uncomfortable.
You mean comfortable?
No.
Thanks, Marie. The girl's a treasure. Would you mind strapping yourselves down? I could call for Igor, but he tends to break people. You know how it is. You volunteer to make lemonade, you end up running the war and torturing everybody yourself. Okay, here we go. There's still a few bugs, but hopefully this will hurt a lot.
What the...
Damn, nothing works right since Windows 95.
Tad Venom, this is Cornfed. In the name of humanity, will you agree to peace talks?
Okay.
As the mayor's representative, I'm happy to do my best to arrange negotiations, but I do have one preliminary request. Could you please stop torturing Duckman?
Damn, I just got it working.
Again?
Mr. Venom, my plan is to sit both sides down at a table.
What kind of table?
Any kind.
Not rectangular. I'm not sitting across from a flimmer.
All right, round.
Round? What kind of man do you take me for?
Triangular.
Octangular.
Rhomboid.
Tetragram.
Dodecagon.
Trapezohedron. Thank you, Cornfed. Now, I have an idea for ending this war quickly and easily and quickly. I propose that Dutch Elm Street annex North Flem Avenue.
Venom, that is the stupidest idea I've heard since the Indians claimed they lived here before Americans.
Actually, I feel it's worth considering.
Yes, it might be fun to live under the strong yet benevolent leadership of a genial tyrant like Mr. Venom.
I never considered the idea before, but I feel it's an idea worth considering.
Something funny's going on here.
It's about time. I'm getting sick of all the social commentary.
Hey, everyone! Expensive home electronic equipment and thick wads of cash are being delivered to 3 houses on Flem Avenue.
Traitors!
Let's book.
The whole south side of the street just joined up with Venom!
Who cares? We're not intimidated by any South North Flem scum. Eat fluoride, lawn jockeys! Hey, that's enough with the doigts. I do the doigts, okay? Yikes!
Excuse me. I just wondered if you'd considered the metaphorical implications of tearing apart your own home to fight your neighbors. Never mind.
We're doomed! Doomed!
I have an idea, Don.
What? What?
If they made tugboats bigger, they could be the boats other boats tug.
We're out of weapons! We need something large and heavy to throw at them! You heartless gutter snipe! I meant something other than my mother! That's it, Schmuckman. Get out of my living room!
What?
You heard me. This living room belongs to me and the kids now!
No way! We, the sovereign residents of the western end of the bedroom wing, refuse to live any longer under the tyrannical yoke of the recreation and eating areas. Come on, man!
Who cares? I don't need any of you. You hear me? Not any of you. I get the kitchen. Hello? Hello? I don't believe it. It's over. They destroyed themselves. The entire neighborhood is in ruins. The only things left are me and my refrigerator. I won! I won! Yoo-hoo! 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 Yoo-hoo!
The story you have seen could have happened. Only by treating everyone as our neighbors with dignity and respect can we hope to maintain the element of surprise on that inevitable day when we wipe our enemies from the face of the earth.
These people are nuts!
Howdy, next to kins. Bet you didn't sleep a wink last night without my usual protective presence.
You're right, Dad. We miss those odd rocking noises from your bedroom that normally lull us to sleep.
That's what fathers are for. A1. Nature's hangover cure. Boys, I had an incredible night. I went to that bondage club on the bad side of town.
The one down the street?
That's right. Guillermo's Discount, Papaya Enemas, Nipple Bleaching, and Ferret Racing Ranch. Clubs in the city have such funny names. Now then, prudence and dry heaves prevent me from going into too much detail, but at one point, the girls on stage were either lathering or slathering each other. I couldn't really tell from where I was sitting. Anywho, I get aroused, so I haul my esteemed buns on stage and start doing a sort of a mamba samba rumba thing I've been working on at the office. Kind of a step-close-step to a 2/4 beat. I get to the point where I'm doing the pokey with my hokey, and that's when the cops raid the place. Fast forward through a few hours of legalese mumbo-jumbo about bail hearings and outstanding warrants, and I'm proudly walking out the station doors with this souvenir. My mugshot, signed by each of the arresting officers.
Shut up, you hazy-headed hunting decoy! Your sordid anecdotes are totally inappropriate for your boys. Thank goodness no other children heard them, at least according to the latest Nielsen ratings. Duckman, have you gotten taller? You seem less pip and more squeak than usual.
God, we're gonna go through puberty together.
Get off me!
Look, I'll prove to you you've grown taller thanks to this conveniently located box of old family photos. Aha! Look, a former mugshot.
So many memories. Why, I can barely recall that particular sex offense.
It was last weekend, you idiot. Look, last night's photo shows you're 5'3", but in this photo you were 4'9". Duckman, you've grown 6 inches in 1 week.
Well, this can't be. This is some sort of group conspiracy, right? Huh? Is that it? Who got to you guys? Was it the government? Was it the military who doctored up these photos? For the love of God, people, you gotta tell me! Tell me! Tell me! Ah! Growth accelerating, breath shortening, must seek medical attention. But hospitals, too expensive. Medical costs have spiraled out of control, thanks to Republican Congress. Instead, we'll go see family physician Ben Stein, MD.
I thought you left already.
Ah! Out of the way! Medical emergency! Desperately ill man coming through! Get out of the way! Medical emergency! Emergency!
Left, right, left. Yes, Muriel. I knew our years of groundbreaking therapy would pay off someday.
Help me, Doc! Something strange is happening to my body.
Mr. Duckman, as I explained to you before, those are called erections. In the future, please call
Yeah,
me...
but I need help now! Come on, Doc. Thought since we're neighbors, we could have some sort of barter arrangement.
I see. I'll give you medical services, and you'll give me... I'm sorry, but what do you have to offer in exchange?
Well, I'm a detective.
A detective. So you conduct investigations?
Investigative?
Good Lord, no. Mr. Duckman, you have a very rare blood condition. My thoughts exactly. The catalyst for your disease baffles me. Excuse my laughable absurdity, but have you recently ingested a combination of battery acid, aerosol deodorant, and tiger balm?
As recently as last night.
Well, then apparently the electrolytes from
In English, Doc.
Sorry, the battery has...
In English!
The square thingy in your car has a goo inside. The unique combination of that goo with the other items you ate last night has caused this new blood condition. Every time you get angry now, your blood literally boils. This, in turn, accelerates your hormone levels and causes you to grow.
But how do we cure this?
There is no cure. You must simply take care to avoid any aggravation. Here's your bill.
Charge for office lighting, additional fees for speaking to the doctor, 15% gratuity. Talk about your hypocritical oath. Physician, heal thyself. Nowadays, you need 6 kinds of insurance, a letter from a bank, and a sack of gold just so you can wait in line for some... Whoa! Actually, this bill seems fine. This is horrible. I'm turning into some kind of monster. Maybe I'm just getting self-conscious. Maybe it's not that noticeable to others. Hi there. How you doing today?
Please don't touch me. I have children. I don't deserve to die.
Good. Normal response. Hey, Deputy Dog, what are you doing?
Yeah, this car was involved last night in an accident.
Well, that kid ran into me. The moon was in my eyes. My vision was clouded by cheap alcohol.
Sounds credible to me.
This is a frame-up. Never before has there been such an open and shut... Wait a minute. I'm not done lying. Why are you taking off?
You're huge. My puny bullets would be useless against you.
Hold la phone. I sensed a begrudging admiration on his part. Maybe my new improved size is making people treat me differently. Unless I miss my guess, people are now going to respect me. This is great! Hey, you! Lady! Stop talking to that guy, because it's making it humid out here. And both of you stop doing, all that other sort of stuff you're doing, because it's too... something!
He's right. You do talk too much. How was your day, Todd?
Yeah, another day, another 12 inches. Sounds like something you'd overhear on Hollywood.
Boys, I want you to finish all your homework tonight before watching TV.
Correction, boys. You don't watch mindless TV until your eyes cramp. Then do whatever homework you can finish as you're climbing into bed.
Duckman, that's ludicrous.
Actually, Dad's got a good idea.
What?
By limiting our time for homework, he's challenging us to think faster. Right, Dad?
Well, that's right.
Okay, what is going on here?
Dad's gained stature in our eyes. We now equate him with other well-respected Goliaths, such as David Letterman, Jeff Goldblum, and author/genetic oddity Michael Crichton.
Come on, guys. Time for mindless TV. First one there gets to press his face against the screen.
That's it, Duckman. Everybody else may kowtow to you now, but not me.
Bernice, things around here will be a little different from now on.
Sounds good.
Hello, kids. You haven't offended me yet today, but let's go ahead and assume you will. Ah, much better. Those caraway seeds had been there a month. Top of the morning, Carn. Good weekend?
Duckman, what's happened to you?
You noticed.
I must counsel you against such obvious overuse of steroids.
It's not jock rockets, Cornfed. It's all natural. I have an incurable disease.
Will your luck never cease?
Not as long as I keep ranting. Now straighten your tie, you slob. 3 more inches.
Duckman, your new condition might lead to a few changes in our business practices.
It's already happened, baby corn. Out on the street, I ran into our deadbeat client, Mr. Griswold Vanderhorn. He paid me on the spot. Actually, he just kind of threw his wallet at me and ran. Probably had to catch a bus.
What I meant was...
My whole life's changed. Suddenly, I'm a respected member of my community, and being a peeping Tom is so easy now.
I'm happy you're happy, Duckman.
Sorry, no time for happiness. Anger is my fuel. Punch me out when you leave. I've got a 1 o'clock ranch scheduled at the DMV, and I'm going to hang out on Main and yell at passing cabbies. You believe that lady I took out last night? She charged me the same rate she charges NBA players.
Love to commiserate, Dad, but I'm still upset about you using up all the hot water this morning.
Hey, it's harder to reach those hard-to-reach places. Besides, what happened to my saint-like stature?
It went the way of our crushed toilet. Dad, we need to talk to you about...
Yo, don't bogart the cruncharoos.
Oh. But I wanted the toy whistle inside.
You! It's always about you! Have a little consideration for me! I'm the freak of nature here!
Are you? Are you really?
That's it! I'm going to the office! What the hell are you staring at? Well, here's my turn. The safe driver always signals.
Saindori supa supa nagakonde yo nomo-san.
コンフェルうまい。あんたに任せばマジだぜ。
Hello. Sorry I'm late. Didn't quite get your name.
どこのおまの骨だ。
Tsuke no mono desu yo.
Hey, ixnay on the pig Latin. Who's the accidental tourist?
He's all-star forkball pitcher and rookie sensation Nomo Won't Do show. He's willing to pay us 5 million yen to find out who's stealing his emery boards. Duckman, perhaps if you wait out...
Nonsense! I'll do. Name's Duckman, private dick. I always like to do the meet and greet with new clients myself, you know. Press the flash and grab the gab, then let my intern here take over the detail work. Your offer of 5,000 pesos is amusing. Let us know you're a hard bargainer, but,
Not only is he not understanding a word you're saying, but you're crushing his priceless arm.
泣きたくなるぜ。損害賠償しってもろわんと合わない。
Ouch! Wants to think it over, huh? Skittish sort, but I think...
Duckman, I think you should take a leave of absence.
What? Why?
You're no longer performing at your usual mediocre level of competence.
Look, do I have to remind you what it says on our office door?
We've moved forward all credit inquiries to...
Under that, Duckman Detective Agency. Not corn-fed, not corn-pone, not Cornacious J.
I'm sorry, Duckman. Take some time off. You have to stop growing, and the only way to do that is to stop your ranting and griping, your interminable complaining, and constant childlike whine. I mean, you have to change your temperament.
You're right. I'll go now. Be a dear and drag me by my feet.
Hey, down in front.
Quiet, you belly-aching munchkin! Oopsie. Remember, Daddy's not allowed to gripe or rant anymore. It causes him to grow, and that makes his life even more unbearable.
Duckman, are there any chips left?
I'll check the kitchen, Bernice. Ah! You stupid bitch! That's okay. Accidents happen. Dinner ready soon?
Not for you, big turd!
That's it! I'll teach you! Come back here, you ugly pig! You! I've had quite enough of your sassy back talk, young lady!
Oh, man! What have you been eating?
Shut up, all of you! Look what you guys did! You just made me grow another 2 feet! I ought to... What am I doing? Stop ranting. It's only gonna make me grow more. Okay, I'll stop ranting. Just shut up. Don't yell at me. I'm only telling me what. Just stop.
Dot, you look weird.
Look weird? Listen, punk. Yo! What the?
Down in front!
Shut up! I've got enough!
Duckman, you've been ranting again, haven't you?
No.
I suspected things might come to this, given your phenomenal lack of willpower and self-discipline.
Cornfed, I tried. Really, I did. There's just no place in this house or anywhere in this city for a height-advantage guy like myself. I can't keep growing like this, but I can't stop griping because everything sucks! Everything's succulent. See? It's no use. I'm now my own worst enemy.
I'm number 2, so I try harder.
Cornfed, there's no place left for me in this world. There's only one thing for me to do.
Right. I'll get you a gun.
What? I meant I have to go into exile. Get me a gun?
To take with you into exile.
Oh, yeah. Thanks, buddy.
Phew.
Well, gang, your pappy's off to exile. Boys, there comes a time when every man must pass on to his sons the knowledge he's accumulated over his lifetime. There is nothing, ointment won't cure. Well, that's it. Might want to write it down somewhere. Corny, you ready? So long, boys. Charles, Mambo, Ajax.
Bye, Dad.
Bye,
Dad.
Couldn't you have gotten us a barge without any garbage on it?
No. They were out of them.
Bastards! Oh, well. The only thing to do is turn this into an adventure. Farewell and adieu to your fair Spanish ladies. Farewell and adieu to your ladies of Spain. For we've received orders where to sail back to Boston. And so nevermore shall we see you again. Farewell and adieu. For we've received orders where to sail back. Hey, land ho!
Thank God.
Say, pretty nice. Over here's some sand. Oh, and look, over there's some more sand. Oh, I love it. It's so sandy. I can't lie to you. It's lonely. I'm scared, Corny. Hold me.
Duckman, it'll hurt less if we make it quick.
That's what I said to that lady last weekend.
I think I'll go now. Good luck, Duckman. I'll keep your files organized. So long, partner.
I had files? So long, world. Physically and mentally unfit for life within society, I cast myself out. Here alone I shall live, and here shall I die. Here I have a world with nothing to protest. Maybe this is best for me. Perchance I nestle in the embrace of madness. But suddenly, finally, I am at peace. He's coming back. Old what's-his-name in the suit. But why's he coming? Or maybe he's gonna hit me up for money. Ah, that's it. The bastard's probably out peddling subscriptions. Must build. Crude. Weapon. Something strange about him. Ah! Jeez, Cornfed! I'm honored that you took up my role of ranting against the world, but don't you think you overdid it? Hey, if you're thinking that you're now gonna live here with me, think again.
Duckman, you have to...
Just turn that stupendous stink schooner of yours right around. Find your own island where you can live by your weird pig rules, drive your own little pig cars, and dance to your pig records.
Duckman, it's not I who's become large, it's you who's grown small. Very small. This barren island is devoid of any reference points, so there was no way for you to know your size was changing.
I'm small? But why? How?
Through extensive medical research, I discovered that there's a flip side to your blood condition. Without human contact, without an emotional bond with other people, your blood turns cold and dormant. Your hormone levels decelerate and you begin to shrink, eventually to nothingness. Duckman, if you stay here, you will die.
But if I go back to civilization, I'll just keep growing until I die that way, too. What sort of choice is that? It isn't fair!
You know, that hurt more than I would have expected. Duckman, maybe you could learn to balance your life, offsetting your aversion to society with your need for it. And even if you can't learn that, wouldn't you prefer being around people who care about you, people who've missed you, your boys, me? There's a lot waiting for you back there, including a hot shower, which frankly, you could really use.
Hey, Corny, it's working. Because of contact with you, I'm growing. Cool! So, here's what we'll do. I'll keep living here, and every so often you can come and visit me and stay for a day. Or maybe just for 20 minutes. I think that'd be enough. Kidding! Of course I'll go back with you. Hey, I'm back to normal. All of me. Hey, this is much smaller than originally. Honest, I swear.
Yes, I'm sure.
Hey, let's get out of here, Cornfed. A world without people isn't a world at all. Besides, this place is just too damn sandy. Cornfed, tell me of the world. Have my sons grown strong and sturdy? Do people now wear aluminum clothing? Has man finally colonized the Red Planet?
Duckman, you've only been gone 8 days.
Oh. Well, how was I supposed to know that? It's not like I had a calendar with me, okay, smart guy? Okay, Mr. Filofax Day Runner Digital Electronic Organizer? That's it! Hand this sludge scow around. I tried holding it in. I tried being reasonable, but I can't. Not with comments like that. Not with the world just waiting to jump down my throat.
Duckman, look. You're ranting, but you're not growing. What were you just eating?
I don't know. Pizza crust, some old clams, motor oil. 40 weight, I'm guessing.
That unique combination must be the antidote for your blood condition. Duckman, you're cured. You can return home without having to worry about growing again. Of course, you still learned a lesson about balancing various aspects.
I didn't hear a word after cured. The duck is back. And boy, do I have a list of things I'm PO'd about now. Cordy, let us celebrate my recovery by singing another sea chanty. Show me the way to go home. I'm tired and I want to go to bed. I had some motor oil about a minute ago, and it's gone right to my head. Yeah, wherever I may roam, by land or sea or foam, you can always hear me singing this song. Show me the way to go. Another day, another 12 inches. Yeah, right! I'm giving up an afternoon of prime grade A, flat-on-my-face, self-induced veg-out time just to come out to Wonder Bread Heights and make chit-chat with total strangers who probably think they're better than me just because they make more money, hold down steady jobs, put away savings for their kids' futures, and aren't wanted by Interpol. How can people live like that?
Shut up and drive, you urban cow patty. We're doing this for Ajax, and until we get the results back from those blood tests I commissioned, you're still his father. This is important to him. You're about to meet his new girlfriend's parents, and we are going to do all we can to make the best impression possible.
Rumph. So, Ajax, if I'm gonna meet this new love of your life, I might as well know her name.
Tommy.
Well, nice knowing you, son. Not like I don't love you or anything, but you know how people are. They'll assume that sort of thing runs in the family, and frankly, I got a tough enough time picking up chicks to begin with. So, good luck, be careful, and maybe we'll see you on TV sometime lip-syncing over the rainbow at one of those pride parades.
Ajax, spell Tommy for your father.
T-A-M-M-Y. T-A-M-M-Y. Tommy.
Well, and what do you know? Here we are, right at your little friend's house.
Who on earth would have such an ominous-sounding bell?
King Chicken!
You're on my turf,
Fricassee your fryer, julienne your vegetables, tenderize your tips. When I'm through with you, you'll...
Excuse me. Could you please tell me where Tommy is?
Upstairs, second door on the left, wet on her bed. She's just getting out of the shower.
You couldn't have planned this better.
Now,
This is just what I want you. Right in your own...
Hi, Kingy.
Bernice. I can't believe your nephew's Tammy's new boyfriend.
You can't believe. I'm getting nostalgic for a few minutes ago when he was gay.
Look, both of you, can't you set aside your death blood feud for one afternoon? Just for the sake of the kids.
Well,
I
one
guess
afternoon. But the second we leave, I'm peeing on their lawn.
Wait a second. Ajax said we were meeting Tammy's parents with an S. You mean to tell me all these years after those many times we were together, after I threw my back out for you, you've been married?
Bernice, please. It's not what you think. You see, my wife is dead.
Dead?
It was before we met. I can't tell you the pain I've been through trying to be an evil genius and mother and father to my little girl, especially as I remember holding my beloved bride in my arms while she took her last breath and said her final, unforgettable words to me.
Kingy Pie, is that our guest?
It's a miracle. She lives.
Why, you must be Ajax's family. I'm King's wifey through the week, golf widow on the weekend. Call me Honey. And you are?
I'm a Duckman, and this is my not-wifey, Bernice. Tell me, honey, would a bun in your oven be honey-baked?
Oops. Have to watch out for those involuntary muscle spasms. I know I will. George Herbert Walker Chicken, where are your manners? Invite our guests in for a drink.
Honey, this man is my arch nemesis. I'll tolerate his presence for Tammy's sake, but I will not have a drink with him.
Oh, pshaw. I don't even know what an arch nemesis is, but do come in. King's always throwing around those $2 phrases. It's chief adversary this, world domination that, but little old me can't make heads or tails of it. I just leave all that man stuff to the man.
Pardon, Tommy and I need some canola oil, rope, and a zucchini.
Try the kitchen, sweetie. Kids, they're always up to something. I don't know what everyone wants, but after one of my slow gin fizz specials, you won't either. Well, aren't we three thirsty guffies? Kingy, why don't you put on some tunes? You paid a wing and a thigh for that home entertainment system.
You know, it's so revealing to see the things a man acquires for his home. The things that make him happy.
Not everything a man acquires makes him happy, especially if he didn't comparison shop beforehand.
I know the perfect store that has everything in just the right size and color. Too bad it's no longer open.
I think said store has forgotten what an inconceivably long shopping list a certain customer has.
No, in fact, I think a certain customer should see a specialist about a credit extension.
Well, I think...
Who gives a damn what you think?
Dinner? I think this is going to be a special evening.
What? I'm chewing.
Sometime tonight, try swallowing.
I'm choking on it.
I can insult him myself, thank you.
Yeah, neener.
Shut up!
I hope my casserole isn't too dry. I swear, with the range and the crock pot and microwave and the fry baby, well, you need to be some kind of rocket scientist to work out all those little buttons.
And you're no rocket scientist.
No, sir, I am not. No, sir. No, sirree. Bob, Bob, Bob. No.
Out of yams. Need more.
I'll help.
There's more in the thingamajigger. So, Kingy says you're a dick.
Huh? What?
A private detective. Isn't that what they're called?
Oh, right. Yes, I am.
Do you like it?
Like it?
It sounds so lonely. Detective work.
You're on my ankle. Oh, okay, there. Oh, yes. Right there.
No, I work with someone. He's a pig. My partner is a pig.
How nice. I understand they're very smart.
Adorable breakfront. With the complete commemorative famous sports heroes turned killers play collection.
I got those to cheer up Kingy on his big 3-0.
You know, you have a very lovely home.
What?
Your home. It's very lovely.
Thank you. I try my best.
Anything there?
Wrong leg.
Sounds like you two looked high and low for those yams.
Yams?
You know the yams you went in there for? Where are they?
You got all you need.
Apparently, that makes 3 of us.
Are you suggesting... How dare you insult me in front of my wife, who's still dangerously close to coherent? How dare you come into my house and suggest that I...
Dip your McNuggets in something other than honey?
My morals are beyond reproach, and I'll brutally kill anyone who says they're not. We aren't children anymore. I don't have to put up with your abuse and your cruelty and your taunting. You're turning me into the most unpopular kid in the school.
I should charge for these sessions.
Look what you've done to me. The Kramers next door own a family dry cleaning business. Jim Rosenthal across the street's a CPA. Winnie's in real estate. By the way, lovely people and their front lawns to die for. But me... I sit in a basement all day thinking of ways to take over the world. Think we're carpooling to the PTA? I just wanted to belong, to be one of the guys. But I'd always end up running home, laughed at, humiliated, everyone hating me. You couldn't know what that's like.
I know exactly what that's like. I mean, well, I know because... After you ran home, they always beat me up. Oh, what? That never occurred to you? That I was the second most unpopular kid in school? That I made fun of you so I could be one of the guys? It was the only way I got to feel what it was like not to be the punching bag, not to be the outcast myself. And it's not like it's changed much for me either, you know. I'm sorry.
Excuse me, Mr. and Mrs. Chicken. Do you have barbecue tongs, a buttered up wicker bunt pan, and a towel we can throw away when we're done?
Kitchen, dear.
Kids.
Tell me about it. You do your best, and then you hope.
Exactly. Who knows? They grow up on the side of good or the embodiment of pure evil.
It's a crapshoot.
Oh, you said a mouthful
Isn't
there.
it, though? So, Duckman, I was wondering, maybe you'd like to come downstairs and see my office.
I guess so. Sure.
Well, here we are, my dark fortress, nucleus of my deadly realm, nexus of my horrific plots to kill you and destroy the planet. Now, don't judge, I'm not through decorating.
Sweet.
Here, of course, is a rather special section of the room. You might recognize a thing or two.
Well. Is my face red? The time spent, the attention to detail. I don't know whether to be frightened or flattered.
Oh, flattered, please. I'll try not to wipe you off the face of the earth while you're a guest in my house.
Appreciate it. It isn't. From 78, that whole giant spinning wheel of death thing? Talk about a crime. I can't believe I wore those platform shoes.
Look at my hair. And those mutton chops. My God, you should have been killing me.
Hey, you have one of those fun machines.
Guilty as charged. It relaxes me, and it's great around the holidays.
May I?
Go ahead.
You want to know a secret? Sometimes I wish I was an evil genius just like you. Because let me tell you, you are the best in the biz, mister.
It means a lot to hear you drunkenly slur that, because I never wanted Judge to murder you. I wanted your respect. You're the one. You're Duckman, Private Duck.
You said a mouthful.
King Chicken Duck Man.
I just want you to know, I love you, man.
I love you too, man.
You know what this means? Not that. It means we're friends.
Lactose intolerant. Ben Vereen. Guppies in a trash compactor. Lactose tolerant. Ben Johnson. Guppies in a great big trash compactor.
Time!
What an amusing series of errors. No, compadre. It was War and Peace.
Aha. What's War and Peace?
It's a book.
Aha. What's a book? Only kidding. I used one to prop up a window just last week.
Well, charades is not only loads of provincial fun, the built-in tension seems to have sobered all of us up.
Perhaps one more game.
George thinks I have a drinking problem, and I do. I'm not plastered yet. Duckman, I think it's just super that you're here tonight. I hear your name around here so often, cursed from the downstairs office, screamed in the middle of a sweat-soaked nightmare. I've got an idea. Scruples.
Doesn't ring a bell.
The game?
The word.
You answer questions and everyone votes on whether you're telling the truth. I'll show you. You're attracted to someone who's married. Do you act on that attraction or not? You say, of course not. We all believe you and we move on. You have a chance to cheat on your wife of 17 years. Do you resist or do you reward everything she's given you by betraying her with a relative of a sworn enemy? Getting the idea? Ow! My heavens, this won't do. Duckman, help me walk.
She's only guessing. She can feel the electricity. Oh, Kingy, all I want is for you to get a divorce, give up your lifelong dreams, settle down in a godforsaken sinkhole, and work long hours at a poorly paid service industry job while I get old and fat caring for my dead sister's 3 children. Is that too much to ask?
Bernice, the lure of that lifestyle is strong indeed. Say, I've got an idea. While I work on the divorce, we can have sex on the sly while I keep having sex with Honey and never acknowledge you in public.
You sure the champagne's in here?
Oop! No, here it is. Now, don't pop that cork prematurely, Mr. Downy Buns.
Wait, Mrs. Chicken, we can't do this. This is wrong. If we did anything, it would crush my new best friend, and we'd both regret it for the rest of our lives. Of course, it's not like lives are that long.
Oh.
What the? What's going on here? This is how you carry on a friendship?
Of course not. I barely even like her. Oh, you meant with you. Look, I wouldn't have gone through with it another 20, 30 minutes. I would have put my foot down.
Nothing's changed, has it, Dorkman? You do anything to humiliate me. Anything it takes to destroy my life, even if it means getting my wife to violate the sacred bonds of matrimony.
Quit crowing, Mr. Cock-a-diddle-too. You've been violating our sacred bonds for who knows how many years.
I'm a man! I mean, I have not.
I'm tired of your lies, and I'm tired of slaving over a hot stove while you have your little cellulite-encrusted tart for dessert.
Well, if I spent my life as tanked up as you do, I wouldn't want to go near an open flame either.
Is that right? Well, maybe Susie Homewrecker here would like to help out. Why don't you dip yourself in flour and make a skank biscuit?
Blow it out your jello mold, Betty Crocker.
Shut up! This is your fault, Duckman. Everything was fine until you ruined it, you teeth-sucking bore.
Don't blame me, you rug-wearing suburban psycho.
Scrawny yellow hockey stick.
Chrome Dome.
Hostess humper.
Judge Herbert Walker.
My name is King. That's it. It's over. I'm once again dedicating my life to taking over the world and destroying you in the process.
And I mine. To you.
Egad, you can't even banter properly.
We're on opposite sides of what's right, chicken. It's clear to me now we could never be friends.
For the last time in our lives, we agree. This friendship is deceased.
Good. I'm not a big fan of change. You see, I realized some time ago that I wasn't going to have a life I could be proud of. So I promised myself a life I could hang on to. King's happiest when he's hating Duckman. He's downstairs, he's working, everything's in its place. I like that. When you have very little, you hold tight to the things that are there. Which is why I also made sure he signed a prenuptial agreement promising me everything if he leaves. Can you imagine the things I had to do to get him to sign that? The point being, he's not going anywhere. My Kingy's life is his work and me. Other people are too big a risk for us, and I do what I have to keep them out. So, now that we all understand each other, I think we'll assume that except in the course of their careers as bitter arch enemies, none of us will ever see each other again. Agreed?
Dot, Aunt Bernice, I really like Tommy. I hope we can come back soon. Dot, Aunt Bernice.
Lovely people and their front lawns to die for,